Might be a good night to have a coffee.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Bricks. We're up to 192. So we are fast approaching the what is it? 200 mark.
I might be out of town by then.
What?
Yeah. Let's see.
No.
That's about 8 weeks away. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's in March.
Would it be March 4th? I'll be here, but March 11th, I'll be gone.
I don't know.
So what's 92? So that'd be 93, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be March 4th. I guess I'll be safe.
You're safe. You can't leave.
I'll be absent for episode 201. I got my city sets in the mail, so I got my squirrels.
Squirrels? What? Did someone say squirrels?
I got my squirrels in the picnic in the park. So I'll check that out. And I know Haley was building this last time, but I put the horse transporter in my cart.
Yeah, I mean, I put that stuff in my cart. I didn't buy it. I'm still hoping that I can get some squirrels through the bricks and pieces when they come available. I mean, I've been checking pretty regularly, and they're not they're still not in stocks. I don't know if it's just if they're too new and they just don't have them, or if they've had them and they just keep.
I don't know why I'm going to build these sets, but
so I'm wondering.
Mine just for the animals.
That's the only reason to buy.
Beaver C's here.
So I was asked by some members of KLUG, or a member of KLUG, to do a show next weekend in Lake Geneva. So I'll be doing a show next weekend. I did. Oh, you were talking Star Wars. You said that you were talking about Star Wars or something. And actually, what's funny is I did get something Star Wars related the other day. I don't know what the heck I went to though. I got this. This came in the mail. This I purchased. This I purchased from an exiting Lego fan. So. Actually, I bought it back. Because actually this was mine.
Book.
Huh?
That's a big instruction book right there.
So this is the one I had, and I traded it to Kevin a while back, and then I bought it back from him. I bought it back from him for that and some other stuff. Some clear plate. So
comes around and goes around.
I counted them the other night. He sent me 2,360 1x1 clear plates and 2,849 of the 1x2s. So good deal. That was a good deal. You can't complain. And so, so next weekend I'll have to see who wants to host, you or Larry.
Next weekend?
I'll have to pop in from Lake Geneva then. So I'll drive. Set up on Friday day. Doesn't sound like setting up as early. It sounds like setup might not start till like almost noon, but we'll see what I'm taking. So, but why? What's next weekend? What's next weekend? Is next weekend?
Note. I don't know.
Is that the other show?
Nothing. What? I don't know. Nothing.
Actually, no. I'm wondering if that's Brick Fair.
Brick Fair, Alabama's coming up for most people, and then I don't know what Bricks LA is doing, but they're usually the first two shows of the year. Maybe Troy knows what Bricks LA is doing. Because that's usually first actually, because they're in Pasadena where the Rose Bowl is. And the couple times I've been there, you can see like
actually,
parade. You can see the parade stands and stuff still being cleaned up.
Yeah. So Alabama's next weekend also. So everything's so there'll be some stuff next weekend. So yeah.
Triple D knows. Are ready for next weekend, Chris? Triple D's here.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Brick Fair, Alabama's next weekend, and then I have a small
Fair, Alabama BFA.
And this one sounds like it'll be a little bit cheaper than I'm used to.
And we got our first bot. I got it. Block. Oh, bot number 2. Block.
They're not advertising the right stuff. If it was in English and it was cheap Lego, we might have to, go look and do some research. But I did end up, I showed them the other night, did end up going to Bricks and Minifigs the other day. So I hadn't had a full set last weekend of CMFs. So went to Bricks and Minifigs. They were $1 more than they normally would be, but I picked up two of the, what did everybody call them? The Trash Panda. And then I picked up three of the Moon Warriors. So
Grandma dumpster diver.
Yeah, so there was one of these already open, and I bought that, and then they let me feel, and I felt 2 more. I mean, I haven't seen them anywhere. I mean,
Yeah, I looked at a different Target today, nothing. And then I saw a post where somebody had a 6-pack, and I have not seen anyone post any 6-packs. It is not on Lego's site, but they're on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it looked legit, and it was from a Tennessee lug that I think Hoosier's a part of. So I went ahead and went on Amazon, $5 a piece, 6, for $30. Bought 2 6-packs. So hopefully I get all 12.
I saw that too, and then won't let me search for it now. But in the end, I'm just waiting to see. I'll just go for more of the Moon Warriors. I don't really need anything else. I mean, maybe a couple Bards, but like I said, I've been looking at the Walmarts. They haven't had it, and the couple Targets I've been in haven't really had it. I mean, the only other thing I kind of picked up was I found, like I think I talked about on Thursday on Hoosier Stream. I found the Dot Series 6. It's got the that fluorescent green quarter round tile.
Oh, is that a fluorescent?
Yeah, there's a fluorescent one.
Parent color.
Yeah, so it's one of the ones that'll glow under the black light. So where's my black light? So
I looked at that packed. I'll have to pick one up.
It's one of the glow in the dark. So they'll glow in the dark under the black light. So it looks really good under the black light.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So in the end, it had that. So I picked up 2 bags because that was kind of in there. It's got the charms and stuff, and I'll probably just give those to someone else. So picked up those. I saw the Hovercraft City poly bag. Picked up a couple of those. I saw one of the other poly bags, but I only had one of them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna want 3 or 4, so I'll just pass on it. Left it sit on the shelf because there was nothing really else to buy when I was at Target. So I was like, I'll just leave it. I'll get it another day. So I was originally going to build the set I opened last week, but I think because of that show next week and then needing a place for the monsters originate, I think I'm going to build this, the Giant Lair. And then maybe if I've got
what's that one called?
This is called Jestro's Volcano Lair. So, this is a pretty good size one. I probably bought it. I bought it probably from the store. It was probably when I still had my discount, 2016. Because I actually, for those who didn't know, obviously the goal from Hope Castle originally was to have lava hit it at one point. So I have been collecting a fair amount of like trans orange and stuff for a while to hopefully be able to do something like that. I did have a bunch of like these guys. I collected a boatload over time. The old rock ones in the trans orange. Grabbed a boatload of those. I don't know if we should let this guy in here. He hasn't been here enough. We'll have to put him in timeout or something.
Holidays happen, man.
Yeah, whatever.
What'd I do? It's the first show of the year. Come on.
Right?
What likely excuse? Actually, I was going to use this for something.
He's probably just reading some comic books like I've been reading. Oh, what am I reading these days? I don't know.
Oh, nice. What issues are those?
14 and 20 with black chrysanthemum.
Nice.
Just
Very
had to
nice.
pull those out.
Very cool.
Right on the cover.
That's what I wanted to see. Wanted to make sure I could use these.
That was kind of what got me back into comics, I think, is when the Star Wars Marvel series came out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I got, since I'm showing off, Larry's here.
Flex! It's a flex!
I got 2 years worth of Darth Vader in a row.
Oh, drool. You got some money in your hands right now.
All the way up to the annual.
Nice.
And then I stopped. So I must have collected 1 through 25 of Darth Vader I have. And that's the big boy right there, I think. First appearance of Black Chrysanthemum.
Nice.
We're just going to have it snowing on my screen.
2015.
Well, we figured, Larry, you might have been last week was that crazy week too. How far away were you from where are you related? Are you in Golden?
So
oh yeah.
So like that. So that day I went to Colorado Mills.
Yeah.
And you could. There's basically like there's two. Well, both the North and South Table Mountain.
Yeah.
So those were in between, the mills and the affected area. Although it was still a little bit north of North Table Mountain. But so I could see all this black smoke. I'm like, oh, that's not good because there's a lot of it and it's black. Yeah, and it sucked. I mean, if we could only have gotten that snowstorm 1 week earlier on Christmas Eve and had a white Christmas, then there probably would have not been.
Or like they're saying, even a couple days early too.
Or even a couple days, but Christmas was, dude. We like no snow up until that.
We didn't either.
Snow.
We didn't have snow either. It was just normal stuff around here too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we got it now.
But yeah, it was just. I mean,
that's crazy. Yeah,
those were not small. Those were the majority of those houses that I saw. They were not small houses. I mean, these were easily $1 million homes that were going up, and there was over 1,000 of them.
I did installs, cable installs in some of the ones up by the golf course. I probably did installs in like all those areas because I think I looked at the map. I think we showed the map a little bit too. The Old Town, Louisville or wherever. I think I was even in that area too. So I mean, without being like really, and without seeing any houses now, I'd almost have to know like, if it was up near the one big park, near the one, stuff like that. If that was one of the areas, that was where I worked a lot. Because that was all the densely populated stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that sounded pretty crazy. I mean, it was just hard to believe. I mean, it looked like it hit the target and all that up there too.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. I mean, it was it was a wildfire in suburbia.
Yeah. That's what made it so eerie. It was just like, Wayne. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's actually there was a post on that somewhere just the other day, and then someone posted in the comments. There was only one comment. There's, something about like, no controlled burns. I'm like, controlled burns in a suburb. I don't know if you can do that without actually getting the same effect that just happened with the wildfire. I mean, you can't do a controlled burn in a neighborhood. I mean, you just can't. I mean, in the end, it started somewhere, but in the end, I mean, it's once it hit the houses. I mean, there's nothing you can do. So, I mean, it's especially as fast as the winds were going. If it had been just a normal day and maybe just a couple mile-an-hour winds, I mean, it wouldn't have moved as fast as it did. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, those winds were. I mean, they were beyond insane. They had gusts, over 120, 140 miles an hour, and we had that down at our house. I mean, it was all along the Front Range.
Oh, the winds, yeah.
Yeah, I had
and that's it. That's exactly what just cause them to spread so crazy and so unpredictably. And
yeah, we had like 30 or 40 the other day, and I mean, and I drive a box truck. 30 and 40 is bad. I mean, if it's 100, you ain't moving. I mean, because you're gonna be. So I mean, in the end, I mean, we saw some wind. We had a fire truck just the other day. Actually, I was coming back from one of my routes, and I was like, gosh, why is the highway like closed? I mean, they're doing construction in winter here. And then that was where that fire truck got hit by a semi. And I'm like, whoa.
Yikes.
So, yeah, that was not good. So last week you probably missed it, Larry. I actually did get a bunch of the CMFs. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, I found some. Where did I find mine? I found a bunch at like a Cole. Oh, I went to Kohl's on Christmas, the day after Christmas. So I heard rumors that they had appeared, and I'm like, ooh. And so I went the day after Christmas hunting for those, and I just grabbed a bunch. I grabbed like 17, and with a bunch of duplicates. Didn't get any of my favorite ones. I had to go back out, and I went to Bricks and Minifig and bought some there. So, but cool. So what's going on up there? Anything exciting?
Not really. I mean, two of the three of people in the house have COVID right now, so.
Ooh, yeah, I had it.
It's kind of the odds these days, isn't it?
What's that?
It's kind of the odds these days, pretty much.
Well, yeah.
It's out there.
I mean, my wife's going to get me set up for a test. I kind of think I'm probably just asymptomatic because, I mean, we're not quarantining within the house. And my wife and my 16-year-old currently have it. It's mild symptoms, you know.
Yeah.
My son is just kind of, you know, he's coughing. That's about it.
That's what I had. I had coughs and sinus. I had congestion. I started with a cough, and then I think a couple days later it went from that to like congestion, you know, massive congestion. So in the end, I mean, that's kind of what's going to happen. If he's starting with a cough now, it's possible he's on the early ways. I mean, but like they said, if you've got the vaccine shots, I mean, it'll be mild. And if you have the booster, it'll be probably even milder. So I don't know. My mom had sniffles for a day. She's like, I don't remember even thinking I had it. I'm like, yeah, you had it because you tested. You got yourself tested. Even though my sister said she probably could have waited a day or two. You know, she didn't have to get tested when she did, but she might not even have had it by the time she could have waited. So
you gotta make more minifigures with hair with the helmet because it just doesn't look right.
See, and I'm actually one of those guys who don't like that. I mean, almost it'd be interesting if they could almost do a little bit of both.
Well, here's her hair.
Yeah.
And then you got to take all that hair, untuck it into that helmet. I don't think so.
What are you building, Jess?
I got the squirrel set.
The squirrel
in the park.
Squirrel.
Known as the squirrel set.
Squirrel battle pack. Get 2 squirrels and a little gardening.
What's the squirrel look like? I want to see the squirrel.
I don't know. It's in bag 2. I don't get it yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten to it yet? Okay.
There's a little bike and a cart, and
we'll let you slide this one time.
yeah, I remember that area, Larry. I did some landscaping and civil engineering work in Rock Creek and Eagle Bend.
I'll be back. I forgot. I need to take my contacts off on my build. Otherwise, I can't see.
So when I saw it was right on the turnpike, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly that area." Wow.
Yeah. It's a horrible thing to think about. I mean, it's like all your stuff gone. These people,
a lot of them just leveled.
They weren't even.
The wind just kept
they
it
weren't
going.
at home, or it's like they get a knock on the door and it's like, get out
now.
You're and this is it's like right after Christmas. all your stuff, all your new
Nope.
toys, and I just thought about everything you own gone. It's like you might be, if you made it out of there, you got like your car and the clothes on your back.
Yeah,
And that's
maybe,
it.
Maybe you grabbed your backpack with.
Yeah, maybe grab if you've got a.
Or you're out and about like you were. Like you can't even go home.
Oh yeah.
You just come back from the store and it's gone. It's crazy. Yeah, I remember that area though. Eagle Bend and Rock Creek Golf Course areas. Did quite a bit of work.
I got all these great Indiana Jones figures right here. I'm looking for.
Sweet. Whoa.
I got the one guy with the shirt off with the ab.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm looking to mock up a little Boba Fett action.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I can do some more showing off there. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Hold on. Let me. There we go.
Here's the
Bonfire
I made with a hexagonal piece and a bunch of sticks. Try to, make it look like an official big bonfire. All the Tuscan Raiders.
Really cool.
You
actually have a real gaffy stick.
Yeah, this guy right in front here.
Yeah.
He's got.
What set is he from?
I think I got a custom like brick arms.
Really?
Because the guy's old, but the brick arms does the weapons.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
See, I'm gonna have to make my own. I was want to make a black one to kind of match his look.
Z Bricks.
Hey everyone.
What's happening, Z?
Not much. Not much at all.
He's here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, I guess I haven't talked to y'all since
It's a
2021.
week late. Actually, our last stream was on New Year's Eve, so it is our first stream of the year.
So what are y'all building?
I got the Squirrel Battle Pack,
Oh, nice.
the picnic in the park. It's got 2 squirrels that are new. I was just gonna put those on display here. Let's see here. I
That's
got
some Nexo Knights I see.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's Jestro's Volcano Lair. I have
there
a
we go.
show I'm doing next week, so I need to have a base for all the bad guys to come from. So
look,
The
the
squirrels are
squirrels.
Keep it there, Jesse.
oh,
They're pretty cute. It looks like they can hold something too. I think they can hold a tile.
Really?
One of the pieces is here, let's see if this will. Don't lose it. For crying out loud.
Need a castle for my monster army.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Ah,
Come on. I thought you knew what you were doing.
let's see. Well, it comes with an acorn.
Oh,
It looks
does
like they can hold it, but I don't know how to make them hold it.
What's the acorn look like?
Let's see. I'm trying.
Maybe it.
I'll just
That's
put it in
above.
front of the guy.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Oh, that's
printed.
fun. That's a nice print.
Yeah.
Squirrels.
Those are awesome.
Squirrels.
That'd be so fun to have like 100 of those.
Oh
Have an army of them.
my gosh,
I think
dude!
they're gonna be. I think to get 100 of them, it's gonna be kind of expensive.
Did you
Well,
look
I
it
mean,
up on
like if
Bricks
you
and
break
Pieces
link them
already?
eventually they probably won't cost much.
Well, I mean, it depends on if people are buying the sets for a deal. Otherwise, I believe they're like $144 each.
That's
At $144 for the brown one, $143.
I'll wait till they're on lug bulk, and then
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll get 100 of them and make Squirrel Girl with her like squirrel attack.
Well, I need a clash of the I need the Chester and his girlfriend need to go battling, you know. Friend squirrels versus city squirrels. The ultimate showdown. So we'll see. Funny. They might show up on Logbook. We'll see. I don't know. I think the list will be out here next week or something.
Need to make a castle for Chester.
Well, if I can get a hold of a bunch of those squirrels, you know it. He's getting one. He'll get.
Would you do green, like tree fort castle?
I'd make it a tree type thing. Yeah. I mean, there's a possibility it might have some green, some brown, might have some translucent in there, you know, mixed in. Just
translucent, fluorescent green.
Well, I do have the trees. I already have clear trees, but I mean, I could give them a little more realistic, you know, a little more. Well, or as Brett's case, maybe something more visible, so that his army doesn't get bombarded by squirrels that he can't see. You know, the wizards will be frustrated because they're getting hit with nuts and they can't figure out where they're coming from. It'd be terrible.
Hazman, what up? Good day. I don't know if we said hello to Brett. Brett's here and Jeff Snavely.
Yeah, Hazman say good day.
Yeah, I guess it does. I guess it does glow in the dark. Oh, that's kind of cool.
I was at work most of the day, but I came home and built some Ninjago 2022 stuff.
Nice.
Got this insane car that
see what you got.
Has too many swords on it.
Wow. Yeah. All the gold is the sword.
I actually really like this helicopter, though. I think it's pretty fun.
A helicopter?
It's Speed Champion style. You could take the big swords off and it just be a cool, like, muscle car looking thing. It's fun though.
I do like the helicopter. It actually looks kind of nice.
Helicopter really looks legit. Can you get two people in there? It looks like a large cockpit.
You might be able to fit. You'd have to pull it's got like a little joystick. You'd have to like pull that off. But if you pulled the joystick out, yeah, you could fit two people in there.
Okay.
Sitting down one in front of the other. Yeah, it's got a lot of space in there.
You got to put Thanos in there.
It's not purple enough.
That'd be a good Thanos capper.
It is pretty great though. I mean, like it's got the gunmetal. I don't know. I hadn't seen this piece in gunmetal yet. This like support beam. I really like that recolor.
Yeah, I got some of those. Yep, gunmetal.
No, it's just fun.
Legit. It doesn't look awkward like with the car with all the too many swords.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not even all. I mean, the car does fit two people, which is great. But, I mean, look at these. You got, like, stud shooters that raise out of it. You got stud shooters, like 16,000 swords on it. You got a banner on the back. You've got – this thing is like a flyer for some reason. Like, what is even going on here? I don't know.
Mad Max.
I kind of love it, though.
Is that a new stud shooter, maybe?
Yeah, it's a new mold. I don't know why they changed it, but I actually like this one more. It looks like more.
Yeah, to shoot some sideways, you got to put do you have to put a tile in there, or can it be a bip?
I think you can put a stud in there. I think you can. I don't have one on me to test that theory.
They load you up. The ammo they give you though are tiles, right?
They gave me tiles, but I think a stud could fit in there. Because it has like the little space where like the stud would jut out. So I would think it could.
You have to test it out for us. Let's see. I don't think I have one of those
square
yet.
shaping of them.
I don't know that I have one of those figures yet. I think I do.
It's fun though. It's a neat
Not
little
in gold.
car.
So that must be
The
J.
helicopter is the star of the show.
The car is obviously J. So who's the
Yeah.
helicopter for?
This is for bad guys that are new for this wave. It's a non-canonical wave, so no TV show episodes go with it. But
Oh, it doesn't
it's
sound
pretty
very
awkward,
nice.
honestly. But I love this helicopter. I love villain vehicles, so I mean this one's pretty awesome. And I'll be waking up bright and early. I'm gonna be streaming this in the morning.
Oh yeah.
I got it all organized this evening.
How early are you gonna go? I could probably I gotta go to the museum, but I got that
I'm
behind
starting
me
at 8
too. So
CST.
I have not cracked mine open yet.
I'm excited for it. I mean, it just looks so unique. I love like the flesh tone bricks too. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I want to know what they're doing with the columns, the spacer. The between the flesh tones. That's a 2x2, or if that's a new piece, or what?
I think it's candlesticks.
No, the first floor.
The first floor. Oh, I think there are masonry bricks.
There's a plate in between the masonry bricks, though.
Oh, those are the new little the 1x2s that are rounded on the edges.
Yeah, but you can see the studs of the masonry brick.
I don't know. Oh, I see what you mean on that one.
Yeah, if it was a half beam with the studs on it, you wouldn't see those studs through it.
That's interesting. I wonder if
Maybe-
they're those quarter round tiles.
Maybe it's just those two in front,
I don't know.
and then the rest of them are that half beam.
Yeah.
So they probably had to do something different with the technique on the door. So maybe that's 2x2. Because it's not all of them. I think you're right.
Yeah, it's not all of them. The ones on the sides look different. The one on the side of the building.
Right.
Just the one at the doors. It looks like that.
Techniques.
Is that lady's hairpiece in dark red or dark orange?
Well, that's like nougat or something. Or
The lady with the big glasses. The jacket.
you guys want to answer this call from Mexico?
Sure.
I'm getting bots calling me from Mexico now.
They're probably trying to sell you some counterfeit Lego or something, or the extra off the line. They know you're a big Lego guy, so they want to sell you the extra stuff. Hey, Bubba. Man,
They're gonna tell you that someone spent $500 on your Amazon account and you need to like give them a
Well,
refund.
It's ironic. I just bought on Amazon the new CMFs.
Yeah.
Somebody showed a 6-pack of the new CMFs, and I lucked out on the last 2 6-packs. So I went to Amazon and ordered 2 6-packs of the CMF line,
That's fun.
which they don't have on the Lego store, which makes me worry a little bit. Like, where did they come from? But
I don't know. I found them the other day at somewhere I went. I think it was Target. I found them at Target.
I haven't seen them at Target yet, but we've had them at the Kohl's had them early. So
I'm not a huge fan of this series. There's only a few I like.
yeah, I mean that's kind of. I mean, there's a yeah. I mean, I like the. There's a few. I mean, I like the Moon Warrior, so I'll grab a bunch of that one. I already, in terms of stuff, I mean, it might be kind of cool to get some of the horses, the little horses, but
Yeah, I got that girl.
I mean, I guess it just depends in terms of, I mean, I guess the other thing too is, I guess for me, it'd be like, what's going to be the hot figures in terms of if I have extras, what's going to be the one that, if I want to give it away, later on, in a future in episode, maybe 300 or something, or 400, what's going to be the hot CMF from this line that I can be like, hey guys, I'm giving away this. I'm hoping that Doc and a few of the people who maybe Jeff, did you get your package? Did you get it? Hopefully you got it. I actually mailed out stuff like right away this last week. So
I said bots, and we have bots. Block.
bots, but it's one of those things.
Did I block the wrong guy? Well, this is a name. It didn't have a name before.
No, I think you got the right one.
There's a name, but it's bot stuff. They come in twos.
Yeah. So I sent out the stuff. So it's a new year. I've got co-hosts. I better not let stuff sit forever. So I did.
Not unless it's in the mailbox.
So
I'm waiting for stuff this week too. I made a couple orders on the first, and only half of it came.
Where's my stuff? Let me look. Let me find out. I had to empty my pockets because I had issues. I put my cell phone in my one pocket this morning, hopped into my truck. And then as I was getting into my truck, my phone came out of my pocket. I'm like, oh, okay. I knew this pair of pants looked awfully nice. Maybe that's why. It was a flaw. Let's see. So.
Jeff says the mail has been extra slow lately. Yeah, I had my my hotel ordered online. It got stuck in Memphis for a few days. Dude, I guess it's a snowstorm there or something.
Oh,
for like 3 days.
There's a bunch right now. So in the end, I know there was a storm out east, or there was one in Kentucky that showed a big thing. I mean, it's everybody's getting snow.
There's snow everywhere. Whenever it's high temperature of it's actually 5 degrees right now. Oh, sweet.
The one in Oklahoma is delivered. So whoever's in Oklahoma, that says it was delivered. I don't remember who that was.
Maybe it's warming up for tomorrow.
Let's see here. Try this. Okay.
Larry is trying to do some custom Tuscan Raiders, or is that your Boba Fett?
Should I have? See, I can't get. You're not gonna be able to get close enough to his face because the camera won't focus. But should I use flesh-colored hands or black hands? Because he wrapped his hands up, but they weren't fully wrapped up. I mean, ideally, what I should do is like paint some flesh-colored hands so just the fingers are sticking out.
So the one going to Matt,
Eclipse Graphics makes like boxer glove things like that, where they
So that you can't see them, but that's with black gloves. But
interesting. How is that one going to end up on time? What?
He only puts the hood up for very short time.
He puts it up in the tent, but then when he comes out, he doesn't have it on.
He takes the hood down.
So the one going to Tennessee should get there.
Is that like a Vader scarred face?
That is Wade Wilson's head.
Oh.
Go figure, right?
Yeah. Perfect.
But it is perfect. It's all like scarred and sunburned looking.
So I was going to say that the one for Tennessee should get there tomorrow. The one that was going to Oklahoma is delivered. And then the one going to Washington, which I think is Doc, says it left Illinois on the 5th of January. It's in transit right now, arriving on time. It should be delivered tomorrow. So, they went first class. So, so everybody should be enjoying their poly bags soon. Updated the website too. So the website shows that drawing. Also shows that I sent the one from the previous one that I had failed to do. Reed made mistakes. Reed made a mistake. He forgot. Not that ever happens. But.
Pizza in the park. Who brings a pizza to the park?
Depends on whatever you're planning on eating in your picnic basket. Now, it also might depend on if you're anticipating to have, if you're going to have Yogi Bear there. I mean, he probably loves pizza.
Who puts a pizza in a basket?
Well, it depends on if you've got like saran wrap or.
Is that a hairpiece new?
It looks pretty funky. Like he's got, yeah.
Is that like dark brown? Or is that black?
I think you're right because the squirrel's black. Let's see here. Let's put the squirrel on the bench. Let's put the squirrels on the table. Get rid of the pizza.
Hey, squirrels like pizza.
I like that hairpiece quite a bit.
All right, yeah, you're right. That is not the same color as that black squirrel. So dark brown.
That's a sweet new hairpiece. Lego just keeps on pushing out new hairpieces all the time.
It's got a trim around the.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's a little sharp cut there above the ear.
That's just a set full of great parts.
It's not bad for, two new animals. That's always good.
What was it? What was it? Was that 20 or was it 30?
It
was 20, wasn't it?
It's probably even cheaper than that. I forget.
No, I think it's 20.
20?
Yeah.
I don't usually pick up much city, but I liked some of the ones this time around. I think I got the mobile crane, and I got the one with the helicopter in the new color.
The mobile crane looks kind of good. I might have to pick that up. So.
It's a pretty fun build. The crane arm, it has a lot of movement. It comes with one of the cursed new road plates that it can be picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's a nice vehicle. It's like 8 to 10 studs wide. It's a big city vehicle.
Oh, Jeff said he got it. There you go.
He checked the mail. He's got it.
Got it. Well, that's good. That one's that one's only a year late. No big deal. Just a year late. Because I looked at that, I was like, oh, that was from January of last year. Oh, okay. I don't want to. No more waiting a year. I got to get this stuff out quicker. So I got co-hosts that'll yell at me if I forget. So. Oh, there's Moto. Moto.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Moto. Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Woo, still partying.
So how close were you to that? How far away did you live from the fire? Obviously.
Far away, baby.
Far away. Okay.
Yeah, when we bought our house, we decided we were going to buy a house in a no-flood zone, have water rights, and number 3...
No fires.
No wildfires. Live in an honest working neighborhood and have water rights. So that was our deal. And it's paid off. Climate change, baby.
Nice.
It's worked out well, yeah. And also we sit at top of a small hill. So we're at the top of this little grade that goes like this, so our basement will never flood.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Smart.
Thinking man, thinking family, thinking wife.
Everybody's popping out of the word pikes on a train. I don't know who that is. But.
It's like
it's got to be covering the lesser.
It's got to be Wagner, actually, because it's a.
It does. That is
it's
correct.
a Star Wars reference. Yes.
Indeed. I was trying to be a little more total about it by spelling it wrong. So
You spelled Pikes wrong. What are you doing?
that was intentional, so it's not a major spoiler. If you,
Did you see me showing off my comic books this week?
I did not.
That is cool, Jesse.
That's
I got
that's post Disney, so I don't care about it.
Post Disney. Oh,
with the
Lord.
new Wookiee.
They completely
Hey.
did all the legacy, all the canon switch over. So I don't want to get into that now. But
Hatred leads to the dark side of the Force.
To, Disney, but I haven't done it yet.
Hatred leads to the dark side of the Force.
Hate leads to suffering.
Yep. Don't be a Sith, man. You gotta love everything. Just accept it. Roll with the punches.
Yeah, gotta love everything is not the Jedi way either, Moto.
Sounds
That's the Moto way.
Only Sith doing absolute.
Yeah, only Sith deal with absolute canon.
Mm.
So I'll be missing the count next week.
The minute I hear canon, I'm like, I'm done. The argument's over.
Wait, how are you missing the count next week, Reed?
I'm going to the show that the other people are going to. I'm going to the KLUG show down in Lake
So
Geneva.
who are you going to have to count?
I don't know. You guys will have good guys to count. I don't know what you're talking about.
You think 5 people are going to get through our project support, Reed?
Sure.
No, they're not.
You guys.
I sense a cry for help.
We have
I think
luck conflict.
is coming, and we have a number of people that are going to a show instead of helping the store. Okay, buddy.
Is that a WISLUG thing or is that a DENLUG thing?
It's a
It's a WISLUG thing.
Okay, so I can ignore it. Cool.
Yeah, you can ignore it.
He's
you
probably
come
wishing
to,
more.
Brickworld,
He's
Chicago,
probably
you
wishing
might see
more
it.
people.
What's K-Log anyway?
I will be in Chicago. I've committed to the Chicago show because that is the reunion for Lego Master Season 2.
KLUG is
Alright.
Kenosha Lug.
Awesome.
One of the other Wisconsin lugs.
K-Lug. Okay, cool. Always good to meet new people.
But
Grow the fam.
well, you're looking at two of the Fox Lug members, Moto, right here, which is the Fox Valley in Green Bay.
Green Bay is cool, man. I grew up in Wisconsin. I grew up in Wausau, Wisconsin. I never made it to Green
Really?
Bay because it was such a long drive. Yeah, I grew up in Wausau.
I went to High School Park Falls, Wisconsin.
I got my bricks.
You went to wait. Oh, wait.
Member, though.
You went to what? What was it?
Park Falls, Wisconsin is where I went to high school.
I
We
don't
would go
think.
to the,
When was it? When
I
was that? Because I don't think that.
graduated
Oh yeah. So I was an '80s Gen X kid, and I don't think that school even existed when I was in high school.
It did, but it was a good 2 hours northwest of you. So,
Got it.
It's northwest of Tomahawk.
Oh yeah, got it. Yeah, it was Wausau East,
I know
Wausau
you were
West, Everest, and I'm probably getting this wrong, but there's a fourth school. I think it was called Newman. But I could be wrong.
My wife went to DC Everest.
Everest, yes. Sorry. Oh my
You
God, I'm
said
so
DC.
sorry to you. I apologize to your wife. It was Everest. Everest is the fourth.
No, DC Everest. You said DC, I thought. You said Everest. It's DC Everest.
Yeah, DC Everest was the fourth. I'm so sorry. I messed up.
No, you said.
It's only been like 30 years. So sorry.
You were a class of.
Oh man, I grabbed the wrong container of slime. Oh.
I was wrong, Reed. We do have a decent number of people sorting, but you guys should still come up for a little break in the middle of the day, or up when you're done with the show.
Oh, and by the way, hey Z, peace,
Hey.
man.
What's up?
Peace, man. Building, man. You know me. I'm
Yeah.
always building.
That's a good way to be getting along.
Good way to start the year. I've been sorting too.
I
Absolutely.
made this So I made this in the last 5 days. I don't know if it's any good. I'm sorry, I don't have the tires. The tires are so big that I have to attach them after I set them down.
What is that tire from?
It's like the Quake mech, but in red.
Wow, that's a big wheel.
Yeah, this is a massive wheel. I'm making a space rover, and the deal with space rovers is the wheels are always about the same height as the entire vehicle is tall.
Yeah.
So with that proportion in mind, there's the self-inflator option.
Huh. That's fun.
But they're so heavy that I have to attach them at the very end to display. So I'm sorry I can't attach the wheels to show you.
I love the cockpit design.
Yeah, the idea was to put 2 of those UCS Slave 1 windshields in trans-clear side by side.
Trans-clear.
Trans-clear, baby.
Yeah,
just like Reed loves.
Yeah, actually, I took 2 of those and did them the other way for the top of the barn. The barn I used.
Yep. And then you need a protective overhang for micromediates. You need a camera for video, which is always important. You need a radar dish for communications. You need antenna for local communication.
1980s TV camera modem.
Well, what other camera are you going to use? I mean, NASA has hardened tech, so it's always behind the times.
True.
Yeah, but with that,
At least it has a printed control panel on it. Come on, give me some credit.
So it does have that.
There you go.
High tech than the little reel-to-reel that they used to have.
Yeah, so control arms, drive shaft, control arms, going out to articulated joints, and then some airlock in the back.
cool. So I can pick up
And-
cargo and you walk into it or something.
Yep, and then sloped body, compound angles going tapered, and then I don't know. Overall, pretty cool.
That means it'll swoosh better, right? As it goes through space.
Well, yeah, as it drives along, little driver steering wheel, commanders, all the things. And then these, I don't, well, you can't tell because this light, I've lit this studio up. But there are a bunch of glow-in-the-dark elements. So each one of these studs going in here are glow-in-the-dark so that if I turn the lights off, they'll glow. Which is always important.
Let me put my black light up to the thing if it works.
I have black lights, but I'm not going to use them. The idea is if you ever put this thing on a bedstand and you don't want to knock it over at night when you're going to sleep, there are glow-in-the-dark elements. They will guide your way. You will not knock the model over at all. 3 people.
I'm glad when you build, you take your nightstand considerations into account.
You have to, man. I mean, where you just I have so little space that I'm down to bookshelves and nightstands, man.
You guys want to know what's on my nightstand?
No.
Moto.
But there you go.
Is
here, let me,
something that glows in the dark also?
No.
Oh, you.
Oh, I just
Moto.
There you go. There's a tire, just to give you an idea of how awesome the tires are when you put them on.
That's sweet.
So this will be photographed soon. I'm about to slime this thing with keyboard slime. Get it all dust free and ready for the photo sesh, as it were. I'm sorry, I have to turn my camera off because I pulled the wrong batch of keyboard slime. This is unopened. This is not opened yet. and I need to get the opened amount of keyboard slime to clean this thing up. So I will be back shortly.
We should be here.
That
Unless
means
something happens.
I don't know. Yeah, I just laughed because I have like one of the bigger Avenger sets on my nightstand or dresser or whatever. Of course, it's Avengers. Yeah. It's the helicarrier. I got the damn helicarrier on my dresser. What am I gonna do with this thing? I'll just put it right here next to my bed, I guess.
So, Kevin, have you stumbled upon any of the CMFs up in your neck of the woods, or
No, and I've tried to pull pretty hard, and I've yet to encounter any of them. So they're one of my things I'm most excited about typically in a given year for Lego, and I have yet to find them anywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean the only place I found them was the Kohl's like after Christmas. Otherwise, I haven't seen them anywhere either. So
Yeah. Well, without Toys R Us, we don't have the guaranteed location to find it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Amazon, Kevin. I don't know if you want to try, but they had 6-pack boxes on Amazon.
Yeah,
And they had
I feel for all of them. There's only certain ones I want. So that doesn't do me any good. I did get all of Marvel CMFs, but that's the first one that I've actually gotten every one of.
yeah, those I'm seeing everywhere. The Walmarts around me have 5 to 6 boxes of those on the shelf.
A national food security for American farmers and for every American citizen. And it also
What's happening, Doc?
Oh, I'm live. Hey! I was just on with Ingrid Wynn.
What's she been up to? I haven't seen her in a.
She was building the new taco truck, the Friends taco truck set.
Oh, so many new stuff this year. It's crazy.
Check that out. She had some crazy people on with crazy opinions that Bionicle was good, so I had to pop in and argue with them. Not really, but
Yeah, you should be getting a poly bag here in the next day or so.
Ooh.
Hi, Doc.
Hello. Hey, Moto. The videos are piling up. I'm like, and then the pressure to produce things for Good Morning Brickworld. I'm like,
Well, that's the deal. Once you go pro with a weekly segment, you really have the pressure to deliver consistently over week, man. I never wanted to do that, so I avoided it at all costs. But you are a brave man.
Well,
You are a brave whatnot.
I'm just glad that we finally decided that the show is only going to be 2 hours long. It's not. Normally, Good Morning Brickworld could be who knows how long. There has to be a time limit. I can only for so long.
Every great performer has a contract, and most contracts are 2 hours. So I think you landed in the right place.
Yeah, Brick Hive's a great guy, so it's just like, all right.
You need 2 cups of coffee during Good Morning Brickworld. That's a long show.
Yeah, well, for me, especially for me, because it's on the West Coast, I'm just glad the show starts at 7 a.m. for me instead of 6 a.m. It's just like, all right, here we go.
You got it, Burrow.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's a good time for me because I get to kind of sleep in a little bit. And
so, are we gonna argue? Are we gonna argue about Boba Fett on Sunday?
Boba.
What? Why? Why argue?
Well, that's what we do on the Superhero Spoiler Show.
Well, that's what you do on every show.
Hey, Laurence, bonjour.
Argue. We want
Bonjour, shots fired. Why do we argue?
Here.
That's what I'm saying. Are we going to be on Sunday arguing about Boba Fett?
What?
Or is there no?
You have to inform me. What is there to argue about?
Well, nothing. I like to nitpick, and so they'll like something, and I'll just, not.
Well, we
like
have a
it.
lot of
Just-
content to talk about. That's for
You know.
sure.
just so we can, argue.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just a show of everybody going, "That was so fantastic,"
Well, he said his internet was cutting out a bit,
We
so
loved it,
I mean, that's the deal. I don't know what there is to argue about. I saw a negative review online. I just closed it and bailed. I was like, you guys do not understand that we saw a Toshi station for the first time.
Yeah,
Recreated in real life,
that's right.
in full, beautiful, canon specific,
I just
set
love
specific.
I just love the Trandoshan sitting there having their Starbucks. It was
Well, there you go. See?
priceless moment when the camera panned. They're like, "Look at them, yes!"
And so, and as I understand, the couple that was in Toshi Station was Luke's friends from the deleted scene, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't even a couple because Luke has a thing for the lady. Hint. Might come back.
No.
And
I would just love for them to be in the background, Luke and them just going off on their own thing or whatever.
yeah, I mean,
Great Three,
So-
New Hope, just in the background. We don't need to do anything with them. They're just there.
they're just there, man, and they're existing and they're real and it's part of the thing. And someone who understands the lore and the B-sides and these deep cuts is kind of gently inserting them into the universe.
Preach, brother.
It's like side loading software.
Yeah,
It's
well, just like
something you want.
something's got to happen in Beggar's Canyon. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah,
And they got to mention Fixer.
Well, of course.
It's like, come on, all these things.
But it sets up, it's done in a way that's subtle. It doesn't reveal too much to people who haven't studied, the deep lore of Star Wars or unfinished scenes or things that didn't make it to film. But it does it to people who are really interested in the deep cuts of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that's cool, it's cool. It's done in a way where you don't need it. You don't need to know that it happened, but if you do, it's like you freak out and you love it. And that's the right way to do it.
And the one thing that cracked me up is how this is like the first time I've ever seen anybody shoot accurately in Star Wars. It was like this train goes whizzing by, and one shot, you're dead. One shot, you're dead.
Oh yeah, those spikes are no joke. Those guys
I was like, holy moly!
Well, they ain't stormtroopers. Just saying.
I know, just like, holy crap!
Stormtrooper.
Well, just like when the Sand People finally got their act together, they're like, really? One shot, you're dead. One shot, you're
Well, let's be kind. So the woke interpretation is they're Tuscans, not Sand People.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, something I picked up on when I watched it. So I watched it again today, and when Boba is in the tent,
I'm getting a bad echo, guys. Sorry. Someone's echoing really bad.
I have you can just hear a TV. I have a TV
Turn
in
your
the background.
YouTube off, please. Oh, God, you're killing me.
There's nothing I can do but a 90-year-old lady watching TV at 90,000 decibels.
Oh, got it.
That's what.
Hey,
you
Doc, it's cool, man. I understand the situation.
so they're talking about the different tribes of the Tuscans, and he does mention I want to say the tribe leader, who has no name, was talking about how some of the tribes basically just got into killing. So I thought that was like, okay, so now they're really trying to explain how we've got the Tuscan Raiders that Anakin mowed down versus these people who seem a bit more nomadic and peaceful.
But isn't that a reflection on real life?
Well, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's an accurate portrayal of any culture that has extremists and people who just want to live their life according to the rules that nature has taught them. The vast majority just want to live their life in peace. They want to live their life according to the rules of nature.
Hang back.
They want to be symbiotic. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hang back and snort lizards.
I love that. That was just kind of. I thought I swallowed it.
Look, psychedelic lizards are cool by me. If you want to snort a psychedelic lizard, if it wants to crawl on your nose, that's cool.
I just love how he
As long as it's proven by millennial-old tradition.
Right.
jumped right back out of his face. Like, thanks.
Look.
That's Tuscan
If any-
Raiders.
Anything that's been proven by millennia-old tradition according to the old ways is cool by me. Anything that's new and unfamiliar gets a little bit of creepster vibe, but hey, these guys think it's safe. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. That's cool by me.
I just hope they give that lizard a coconut water bath.
Oh, dude, you're killing me.
Oh, I have M&Ms this week, and I promise I won't have a repeat of what happened last Saturday night.
What happened last Saturday night? I wasn't here.
That do we want to know?
I don't know if you want to know.
Okay, was it bad? Just let me know. Was it bad?
It was kind of unusual.
I don't want to know. I don't want to
It
know.
involves eating. Why would we want to know? It's like no, no.
Well,
Then-
it involves chocolate, M&M, and blowing your nose.
And blowing your nose.
If Doc says no, he is okay with like extreme. If he says no, I don't want to know.
I was like, no, thank you.
It's beyond extreme if Doc says no.
It would make the highlight reel for like a weekly top 10 or something.
Yeah, if you got it on video.
Oh, it's on video. It's on
the
the
actual
stream.
The actual explosion coming out of your face.
Oh, no, not that.
No.
Some reaction. No, it's not going to work. I mean, we would have
Doc,
to.
Doc, no, please, no, please, God, no. I don't want to see that.
I don't think you need that. You don't need to have that. You just need to hear the reaction of everybody else. That alone is priceless. You know?
Oh, I gotta ask. Are you
Unsubscribe.
team Hoosier or team Brett?
Oh, did I forget? Did I take that off? I'm sorry.
Because people
I'll
are
put it
asking me
back.
to maybe mention it on Good Morning Brickworld if you guys are team Brett.
Doc,
if you're team
I
Hoosier.
refuse to choose between the two.
Okay.
Refuse. Refuse.
I mean, I got to see them. I'm not rooting for both of them. I'll pick. I'll vote with everybody else. But
Neutral party. Switzerland.
yeah,
Refuse.
They're both great builders. So I just got to see what they build. It's like,
Yeah,
let's
what's
see
the
it.
context? Yeah.
They're trying to outcastle one another.
Oh,
Oh,
Why?
So,
So, Doc, is this a thing? Are these two guys like
not
trying to outcast?
yes,
No,
that's what I'm saying. Team Brett, Team Hoosier. You got it.
it's a build off to see who's faster at building.
Yeah.
Does Hoosier do a lot of castle building?
None.
no, I don't think
okay.
he's ever built a castle.
But he builds a lot, so it's
They're
gonna be
building the
interesting.
blacksmith shop.
Oh, it's just a set build? That's not castle building.
Well, that's because but I mean, in the end, it was like they just want to see who can build faster. Since we've
So
seen
it
who can
happens
build
to be
on stream,
castle,
and
it's not a castle contest.
Yeah.
it's a build
I'm much
contest.
Because it's not a mock, I'm gonna go with. Oh God, Doc, you're putting me in a hard place. I'm gonna go with Brett.
Yeah, no, because Hoosier's slow. it's just slow. It's usually slow. I'm just saying.
He does
I,
build.
so the conditions are: it's a set. You follow the instructions. You should be able to do 15 or 12 BPM. Sorry, 15 or 12 minutes per bag. If you are a good set builder, you should be able to do 15 expert, 10
I don't know
insane per
how
bag.
many sets Brett builds, though. He's more of a used park fire.
He is, but you know what? When you have instructions, if you're a mock builder, instructions you blister through. Trust me, I know. I can do 15 BPM, but I'm willing to bet
Bricks per
Brett
minute.
can clock me. Brett can clock me. Brett is a faster set builder than me. I can do 15. I'm willing to bet Brett can do 12 and a half or 10.
I'm a faster mock builder.
But Moto, you don't strike me as a speed builder though.
What do you think Lego Masters is? Lego Masters is mock speed building. Dude, you're killing me. You're killing me, dude.
No,
You are. Oh God. Okay,
No,
so that's.
yeah.
I call baiting. I quit. I quit in this section about speed building. I was on Lego Masters. That is mock speed building. Enough said. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I didn't mean it that way.
I'm sorry. I'm conditioned to respond to that show. that thing that happened.
Kind of a thing.
It's a big thing, dude.
It's like
You never forget it. It's part of a family. You never forget it. It's
I was
like
watching
ingrained in
some
your
of
soul.
the Australia stuff that I hadn't seen because it's hard to find footage.
Yeah, what is the deal with Australia? Like, even China is like somehow easier to find than AU. What's the deal, dude?
Yeah, it's locked down. I can get the highlights, which is
Well, you know that.
So I just want to see the builds anyway.
Well, I'll do. Australia is like easier to find than Austria, Germany. I haven't seen Portugal yet.
Oh, really?
China has been tough. China, I've tried to crack and I've had no luck. I think it's because of government there, but whatever.
Yeah,
Whatevs,
great.
you know.
There's a Lego Masters in China now, TV show.
Oh yeah, it's aired. It's done. It might not be done, but it's aired.
Who hosted?
I can't tell you because I can't read Chinese.
And then what about the Lego Masters? Were they just some Chinese Lego building expert people? Or
Yeah, so the Chinese teams were amazing. They built stuff that equaled US or probably even greater. Now, China's a little bit.
Our population base in China.
So I wouldn't just China. China has amazing builders. They are incredible. They hit the challenges really hard. They might be on the level of US, maybe even a slightly more. It's hard to tell. But I would love to see China and US and Australia go head to head because those guys are total beasts.
Australia's probably they're just holding their episodes until until Lego drops the shipping costs to Australia.
Oh God, please stop. The amount of talent in China was incredible. I can't talk to them very easily because of the translation problems, but all of them were amazing builders. Their designs for the challenges that were repeated from the US or Australia were top notch.
What kind of challenges?
I would.
Were there challenges?
I'm sorry, I can't remember. I have to pull up the spreadsheet. So one thing I do is I put every Lego Master Challenge from every series that I can identify into a master spreadsheet for all of the Lego Master Challenges across the world. And China was a little bit tough to track because I couldn't get good translation.
Right.
The Chinese symbols don't really translate well into English. They kind of like wind up with these weird muxed, screwed up descriptions, but I've tried my best.
So if it wasn't a gravity structural challenge, it was hard to figure out what if it was about
Well,
storytelling, what kind
like,
of storytelling.
like for example, I could tell that there was a structural challenge, but I couldn't tell what type it was. Unless it's and also the Chinese media is really hardcore. Like the Chinese government is really hardcore about privacy and not sharing. So unless you break that Chinese firewall, which, by the way, China, I am not breaking your firewall. I'm not going to intrude on your IP. I have no play in that game. I'm only going to go by what's available in the West Coast, USA. Not going to mess with you. Never going to mess with the Chinese. You guys do what you do.
Dude knows how to break the system.
Well, VPN, great, but China is a whole nother level of badassery on the network, internet, restrictions, things, not going to mess with it, don't want to mess with it. China, you do your thing. You guys are awesome. You're 1 billion people. You have a fifth of the world's population, not going to screw with you. I get what I can get. But please, China masters to U.S. masters, I would love to see what you guys did.
Yeah.
I'm a comrade in arms. I'd love to know more. Don't know more, but I tried. And what little blogs were out there, I tried my best. But from what I can tell, because China has so much population, and they have like over 1 billion people, the skill level is absolutely insane on their show. It's a little bit weird and different in the way the host and the judge interacts, but from what I can tell, they're extremely talented. They can operate at a global scale. They could go head to head with anybody in the world. I'd love to see them. They would need translators. We need to set aside time to explain everything. Yeah, if there's ever a LEGO Masters International after 5, 6, 7 seasons, Australia, US, China, please make it happen. I would love to see Cruikshank Mark go against the Chinese winners, or second place.
Yeah.
Third place.
Yep.
Jess Sam, Caleb Jacob, or Remix. I would love to see, second, third place teams of LEGO Masters go up against second, third place LEGO Masters across the world in international competition. I think that would be awesome.
Castle Bro's got to take on some UK people. That's cool.
UK. Hey, Argentina's coming online. I would love to see New Zealand when it comes online. China. Anybody who could get the translation services to work. All good fun. We're all fam. You guys know each other. We're all online when we can. I would love to see us all compete and love one another and meet one another in person and go head to head in these awesome competitions. I'm lower third. I'm nobody. I'm not going to make it on the show, but for those that do, please go forward, compete, enjoy. I love watching you guys. I love you guys. Please make it happen.
Oh, you are a Lego master. You made it on the show.
Yeah, I mean, making it on a show is a big event. To be one of 24 people in the entire United States of 283 or 300 million people is a big deal. But, I made it only about a third of the way through the show. We had a bad team. That's the deal. That's cool. But really, if you're going to do a LEGO Masters All-Stars, you need the second and third place teams. And, it's cool with me. I've talked with Caleb. I said, hey, Caleb, if Jacob is like totes over it, I'll go with you, man. I'll sign up.
There you go.
But why don't we, Caleb, sign up with the third-rate competitor? I would think he'd want to go with Natalie, someone who's really talented, someone who's faster, better, more awesome, and that's cool. I just cheer these guys on, and we're going to get another season, so that's cool. We're going to get another fam of 24, 22, 20, whatever it is.
It should be
awesome.
Filming pretty soon.
Yeah, I think it's coming up here soon. I think it's next month, isn't it?
I don't know, but if you know, please tell me because I'm desperate.
I think when they said the auditions, I think it was February or March when they were going to start.
But you got
shooting.
That was our schedule. Late February was isolation. March was production. Oh my god! If that's true, please, whomever you are, if you are still holding on for hope, if you are still building for hope, if you have a chance at the show, if you're getting into the final stage of audition, welcome. If you make it, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. I know Omicron is the deal, but if you make it, I will embrace you with open arms. There is a private group of Lego masters across the world just waiting to embrace you. Because it's a big deal. It's a big deal out of, 420 million people in the U.S. to make it to the final stage, to make it on the show.
Big deal.
That's pretty cool. And I embrace you, I enlighten you, I lift you, and I will be watching, I will be enjoying, I will be rooting you all on. Regardless of whether you want to win or whether you want to do it for experience like me.
And Moto, you can downplay your experience, but I'm good friends with other Lego masters, and they said when you left, it was a huge hit to all of them. So you were a huge part of season 2. So, but I'm told. So,
I like to think that I represented the AFL community. We were not a great team.
Yeah, but you're competing.
It just wasn't
the best, and you're on these challenges where you commit things and you get it or you don't, right? And if you succeed, it's fantastic, and if you fail, then you're out. So it's
That's
hard
true.
to say that any of the builders on there are bad. I mean, you've already
No, we're not bad. We're not bad. We just didn't sync up. We were not a great team. Our building skills were not aligned. We were a remix team. So anyone who's joining, just realize that trust your partner, know your partner, go in with a great partner. If you just want the experience, that's great. Remix, it's cool. But know that your time is short. Enjoy your time. Love what you love. Build what you build. And take it all in while you can.
I think the other thing that they said is they sometimes will, like they say, you'll get, as when they pick the teams and stuff and all that. I think like some teams, each one has their challenge. Now, granted, did you make it to like the challenge that you maybe thought that would have been your best challenge, or did you not make it that far?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
I knew early on that we were not long for this world. We are not the best combination, but Okay, so casting did their best. They did their best under pressure. They did their best with overtime. They went beyond their limit. They tried their best to make a team that would be successful. It's great on paper. But overall,
it just comes down to the challenge, right? If you would have the challenges of season 1 instead of season 2, it would have been a whole show, and you would have had
no, it wouldn't have. No. We were not prepped for taking on even season 1 challenges. It's just a matter of enjoying my time as long as we could. When we're dead, going out gracefully, sending a positive message, loving the world, enjoying the time we had. And I'm cool with that. The thing is, when you're calculating, when I was calculating being on the show or not, the idea was there may be not another season. So do I want to go on the season and be a part of it, maybe with a risk of being weakened or not being on at all? The idea was I wanted the experience of being on the season more than winning or the possibility of going far. I made my decision. I'm at rest with that. I love my decision. I got to be there. I got to memorize the experience, the stage, the people, my family, and I got to inspire and give hints to the teams that went on. And I support all of the people that went on further than we because they deserved it. We, in the end, and I knew right away that we were not the strongest team. We weren't going to make it far, but I focused on just every second that I was there. The stage, talking to Will Arnett, making great TV, acting as best as I could. All of that played in my mind, but I knew that it wasn't going to be a long-term relationship. And that maybe is a bad card, but Lego in itself is about not always having the pieces you need to succeed. And if you don't have the pieces you need, you do your best to enjoy what you have as long as you can for the time you have while you're there. And to me, that was the deal. And I shook on it. I own it. That's the way it was. That's the way it's cool. And I hope that Lego Masters Season 3 has teams that are there from the beginning, are well thought out, that have great builders, that will push everything further, because I will be celebrating you. I will be commenting on you. I will be watching you. But I will do it in a loving and meaningful way, because you guys are family. Anybody who's been through this experience, anybody who's only had 4 hours of sleep for 6 weeks straight deserves recognition, and I love you. You're great.
What are you working on tonight, Kevin? Well, that's good, Moto. Well, we'll see. We'll see that. Hopefully, the seasons will keep going. You know, I mean, as they keep finding people.
We got to get to 5. We got to get to 5 to be syndicated. I hope that happens. After that, syndication means Lego Masters All-Stars. I hope to see Boone and Mark back. I hope to see, Caleb and Jacob or a remix back. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I normally go to sleep like an hour early in this. I'm totally dead, and I've been speaking out of hand. I said things I shouldn't have said. I apologize, but I have to go.
Okay.
I love Jesse. I love that horse. You're cool, Larry. Keep building, my man.
Riding a horse.
Doc, I'm sorry you muted, but I love you.
I love you, Moto.
I love you, Doc. And I love you, Khan. I love the Masters more than everything. Pikes to the train, I don't know what that means, but whatever. I'll see you at Brickworld, Chicago. Hope to see you in Chicago. Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
I love you, man. Later, Moto.
Have a good
I
night.
love you, man. I'm too tired. I can't continue. I go to sleep early. I get up at 3 in the morning. Bye.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Yeah.
Moto out.
So Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. I'll be there.
Yeah, you
Still
better.
coming.
You better not be going to Nebraska.
Well, I'll be going. Well, Brickworld, Chicago. I might still be going to Nebraska for that one.
Just don't go this Brickworld Milwaukee. Go the next Brickworld Milwaukee.
Why?
Because we're having Brick Milwaukee 6 months after we had it before. We need to put on a good show, especially for the people that visit again, so that they're convinced to keep coming back. This will be. I feel like this is a critical event because we're doing them so close together, and we want to keep Brick Milwaukee. So you can wait on Nebraska for another 6 months or a year.
Nope.
And-
Nope. Sorry, can't do it.
Read.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Besides, we're doing the collab at Brickworld. Yeah, either.
Yeah. So if you do that, I'll just send my stuff with someone. My castle won't have enough changes to make worthwhile for another Milwaukee, anyways.
Your castle is a draw on its own.
Yeah. Well, the problem is if I don't have my sieger, it won't really matter, anyways, because then it's just a plain old castle.
all you need is a sieger. I can bring troops to siege your little ice castle.
Well, I'm still debating. Sorry. Sorry.
You're just saying that. You don't actually feel that.
That's true too. You know me better. You know me better than I do.
So, Jesse, I keep seeing spoilers for shows on your Facebook account.
What? Spoilers.
Yeah, I see the picture and I'm like, well, it's too late now. I know that character suddenly is going to show up in Hawkeye.
Well, that's what I do. I mean, I wait usually, you know, it's a week later, a weekend later.
An hour later.
Oh, yeah.
There were dancing Tuscans
There's
on
no
your
Boba
account
Fett on this picture.
that day.
There's no Boba Fett on this campfire right here. There's no Boba Fett.
Just Tuscan Raiders, and that's all.
Yeah, I posted that Wookiee as soon as I saw it. I'm like, "What? Pause the video."
Yeah,
I must post
Doc
this
took
Wookiee now.
screenshots. I didn't do that.
I'm like, "Boop." I must say something.
But yeah, that was a good episode.
It was. It made up the first episode, which wasn't bad. It was just a little slow.
And no, dude, Jude, I never got no ghost talking mug.
It's got me hopeful for more Star Wars streaming in general.
Well, and as long as Filoni and Favreau stay on the projects, we'll be fine, right?
Right. So
it won't be below a certain level of quality as long as those two are involved. This Rogue Squadron movie had me a little concerned, but now we'll see what happens with that.
That and Obi-Wan, who knows, because they might stray from.
Could be really
Filoni,
good. It could be very mediocre.
But the Filoni verse is good for sure.
Yeah. And I have a lot of high hopes for Cassian Andor that I'm assuming will be filled, but if we learn a lot more about the rebellion and kind of behind the scenes, that would be awesome.
I'll bet you that's what it is.
I hope so, and I hope they do a good job with it. I mean, essentially, I just want to see Rogue One, right? But in a little smaller screen format.
Well, what do we got? We got 2 seasons of Mando and 2 episodes of Boba Fett. There's nothing else on Disney Plus, right? So pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I mean,
last season of Clone Wars, right?
And yeah, that was great too.
I still really like Resistance, or what is it called? It is Resistance, right?
Yeah.
I think that's great. Even though the kid's annoying. And then Bad Batch is fine.
Oh yeah, we had Bad Batch. So we have Bad Batch and Clone Wars animated, and then on top of that, some live action.
Yeah, I don't count Visions. I wasn't particularly excited about it.
Yeah, it was meh.
Exactly. There were, I think, 3 episodes I liked, maybe 4, and the rest I don't need to watch again.
Well, it's got me back in the game because I hang up the Star Wars for quite a while on the Lego, and it took a while to pull this little contraption out. Didn't take me too long to put together, but.
Yeah, but how's that packing going for Bricks Cascade? You figure out how to get your buildings in those suitcases yet?
I need to work on it more. I really haven't experimented more.
Oh.
Nothing new to report there. I have a plan to put all of it in 3 suitcases. Maybe if I take 4, it'll be safer. But I gotta experiment some more.
Might have to go down to the train station and do some research. ask some inquisitive questions.
Go down there and ask some questions. Can I get a fragile sign for artwork in a suitcase?
Well,
Fragile
are you
artwork.
putting any kind of a bubble wrap or anything inside?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Saran
I mean,
wrap.
if you can fully support that interior and then wrap it on the exterior as well, hopefully, even if there is damage, it's not going to be significant.
I seen a guy saran wrap his mock too, so I think I'm gonna saran wrap it and bubble wrap it. Saran wrap will give it like kind of a kind of keep it together.
Well, the other thing too is if you have a hard plastic container on the outside, like some of those latch containers, that would probably protect it better than almost anything else. Because if it's snug but got a little give inside there, that suitcase can hang around and it's not much is going to happen, right?
Right. I've practiced. I did okay taking my Baxter building to LA. So, I just I'll do my best. Bubble wraps.
And that was flying though, right? Too. So LA, you flew with that, right?
I flew with that, yeah. But I did check it. You have to check luggage that size.
Size Baxter building, yes.
All right.
So, have you guys had any success getting the Series 2 video figures at all?
The what?
Series 2 video figures?
Nope.
I haven't seen them
I
anywhere.
haven't seen them either.
Yeah, I ordered a couple online through Bricklink. I was trying to get the basest, but there was a problem with Bricklink that I couldn't complete a sale through the store, and then when it finally started working again, it was gone. So.
Yeah, there's a guy in Europe that has some ice bears, but there's a note saying does not ship to Wisconsin. I'm like, okay.
Well, and see, my store showing that too for a while. Does not ship to Wisconsin. I'm like, why is that showing up? I don't know anywhere in the settings to change that. And a different kit said does not ship to like Delaware or something. So I think there's something messed up with some of the Bricklink stores.
Yeah.
Hey, Willie. What's happening?
No auction, Willie. No giveaways.
Willie watched some Boba Fett. I know that. I kind of want to open some of these comics I got. I think we're gonna see Dr. Aphra.
That would be so friggin' sweet.
Everyone keeps talking about her. I have no idea who she is.
I want that black C-3PO droid to show up.
Yeah, I want 000 in there too.
Yep, and the evil astromech can just be. They just got to walk by in the background. They don't even have to say a word. Be like, we're saving them for another series, but there they are.
Don't break the spine, Jesse. Don't break the spine.
I know. What are you doing? That's what graphic novels are
I'm
for.
reading half of it.
Why are you not wearing white gloves?
Exactly.
You just need a droid like that to just kill one of the main characters, I think.
See, I'm hoping that Boba Fett that's coming out is Pikes on a Train, but we'll see.
They better make Pikes on a Train Lego set. That'd be good.
I know. I just want more Pikes because they're pretty prevalent throughout the Star Wars universe now, and we have big.
Oh, there you go. Dude, Jude said he ordered a case from off Bricklink from the Netherlands. It got here in 3 days.
Nice. Did you have to pay more than retail for it, Jude? I assume.
Right, apparently Harris knows no history, doesn't notice the real malaise, is right in her own office. She's now lost 7 staffers in less than a year, and the commentary and the leaking.
We got news.
Oh, the commentary and the what? What was going on there?
It's Fox News. They're talking about, I don't know, I'm sure Joe Biden's kid or some nonsense.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, I mean, actually, my order from Germany on that stuff came pretty quick too. And I think that only took like a week or 2 weeks to get here with my skunk tails and some swords and those wizard hats. And I mean, it came pretty quick too. So
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah.
There's a guy that's got all these wizards that keeps claiming they're the cat's meow. So I made sure I recruited some wizards. So I got those nice, really sweet purple wizard hats. So
what's the face you're using on those?
Are those glow in the dark shoulder pads?
Are those robots?
They're translucent purple heads. I don't know. I ordered them on Bricklink a while back. No, the potions are glow, but the shoulder pads are just a translucent. So
what face is it? Do you know what it's from?
It's like a robot. Yeah, it looks like kind of like robot eyes, anyways.
Can you big screen it and show it?
Jesse, can you? Because I can't get to my mouse.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I just kicked.
Larry?
I just hit the button and
That was
hovering.
I swear.
That's
Hovering over.
Those raven heads? No, what is that?
I don't know. I found it on
You had
Bricklink. Maybe
it back a little bit. You had it a minute ago or a second ago.
Pull it back just an inch.
That's like the Mickey house, the Mickey hat, right?
Well, I know the hat. I'm trying to figure out what the face is.
It almost looks like they're wearing glasses, but they're goggles.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
That's
Take a
your ice
picture and put it
Looks
on-
like a Mario villain.
Take a picture and put it on Instagram.
I'll have to look. It's trans purple, so it probably shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah, true. No one buys trans purple, so.
Only us trans people.
Yeah.
I'll find. Let's see here.
I paid $5 for these comics. I'm gonna read them twice. God damn it.
$5 whole, huh? Was that the retail price?
$3.99. Sorry.
Oh, then, yeah, like candy then.
Still smells like a brand new comic.
Oh, it
weird.
looks like it's minifigure head, silver goggles, black mustache.
I had a feeling it was one of those. Yep, I've bought the head and torso for the figure, but I've never bought the full figure.
Wow, it doesn't say it came in a set. So is that only a pick-a-brick item or something? Or what?
No, it came in a set. I don't remember which one it was. It wasn't the plane.
Oh, there it is. One set.
Well, the supernatural race car. That's right.
Oh, JB's submarine. From the hidden side. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's from Hidden Side for reals? I thought JB Submarine would have JB in it, not a robot.
I don't know if he is technically a robot or not. And there are two heads, so it depends on which one you're looking at.
Unless she's wearing some sort of underwater face gear, because JB was the scientist lady.
Yeah, so yeah, it might be.
Well, that comes with 3 figs, though. It comes with her, the cowboy robot figure, which is where the head is from, and then some weird evil thing. Hooded rogue character that looks like they're half stone. Oh, did everyone pick up their Barracuda Bay before it went out of?
I've got one, but I'm trading it to Michael for that castle in the forest that he got me through Bricklink.
Oh, nice. Oh, I have yet to see mine come through. I've been waiting on it.
Well, I don't think he's seen his either yet, but it's a Von Geist angry. What it is Von Geist, whatever the character, I guess. So yeah, I'm hoping he has it. That's where it's going. If not, I have one.
That's a great trade.
He said he was looking for one, and then then he said, "Oh, by the way, you owe me for this." And I was like, "Didn't you say you were looking for a Barracuda Bay?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, I got one because I bought the one off of Jesse because Jesse needed some money." And I was like, "Well, I'll buy it." And that's sitting on it. And I was almost going to build it. Because I mean, I was getting sick of these people on Facebook just saying, "I'm watching it." What are you watching it for? It's not going down in price. Now anything it would have gone up. I'm waiting for somebody.
Yeah, it's jumped up already.
What's it at now?
300.
Really? No, I mean, in the end,
it's $100. You could sell it to me, Reed.
well, in the end, I was thinking I was maybe almost gonna trade it for like the tower over at Bricks and Minifigs, but then when he mentioned he was looking,
that's a pretty trade because I'm sure that's got to be going for a ton.
what?
Castle in the Forest.
Yeah, no, I was gonna trade it for the new Frozen Castle, but
Oh,
Hey, guys, I gotta go. I'll see you next Friday. You have a good stream.
later.
have a good night, Doc.
Later, Doc.
The Castle in the Forest is going for 600 a day right now.
Am I bleeding? I think the instructions have. Maybe I don't. No, these instructions are tainted now. What?
Tasman, what up?
And I should probably go in 2.
Okay.
So, convince Scott and Jim to come up and help sort for a little bit, either before the show or after the show. And I'll buy you guys dinner or breakfast.
What day is that?
It's the 15th. It's a Saturday. It's 2 Saturday. It's a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
So, because it's only maybe an hour away.
Okay. I'll see what he says.
So, have a good night, Jude.
May the force be with you.
Yep. Night.
Have a good night. Bye, Larry. Bye, Jesse.
Oh. Everybody's dropping like flies.
Shaking hand.
What
Maybe we could stick to the 2-hour program
shaking
too.
Hands? Where's your hand? Let's take-
Dr. Afra, I wish I bought more of those comics. I only
Right.
got 3. But I have number 1 variant edition, number 2, and number 5. I don't know.
Nice.
Not bad.
I have a strong feeling that Mike will be putting a few of those books up on the wall next
Yeah,
week.
maybe I could get fill in the blanks there, get 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That must, because I think if she appeared in Darth Vader first, she probably didn't get her own comic till after that.
Right.
So that was, and that's when I was getting out.
So whatever. Yeah. Again, it depends if
It's all
she's gonna
good.
be on the show.
I'm just glad I got something.
Right.
I don't know. I just, it's a lot of money investing in it. I had to pull the plug to save my Lego budget.
Oh yeah. I can barely.
Like, you start small. Like, all right, I'll pay, $10-20 maybe a week, and then it turns into $50-$60 a week, and then you're like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
That's how it happens.
For what?
Comics. Because you got to go every week. They have a release day every week, and I've got quite a few favorites. I'm happy I got what I got. I looked for Hawkeye. I only had the second run of Kate Bishop. I didn't have the very first one, which is a shame. Dude, Jude's having a birthday at Brick Fair. Happy 51st.
Make sure you take enough Tang.
That's next Friday and at a Lego Con. He'll be having a good time. Yep, there'll be some woos going on. That sounds like fun. I got Bricks Cascade in March. I'm dialed in. I'm locked in. Make it happen. And then from there, I've got Chicago on deck, and I'm not sure what I'm going to bring exactly after I travel back and forth from Cascade. I'll see if that survives both ways and see if the other guys are going to show up to Chicago also, or probably just bring something different.
For where?
Collaborate with the Lego Train Club.
But for what? For Chicago?
Now. Yeah. One of these years, we should actually bring a train transportable layout as a train club, like we used to.
You guys used to do that?
Yep. Before Brickmania was our home. Or
yep. The other yeah, that's good. So do you still have that did you take apart the small clear castle, or did you when you built the big one?
Still got it.
You'll have to shoot some pictures and send them to me.
All right.
I might want to try and rebuild that. And then I'm still waiting on my my T-Rex pool. I'm still waiting for that guy to show up. I need to give Larry a proper fig in the graphic. He just I think a pool in the shape of a T-Rex should be cool.
Yeah, if you get any Deadpool and
well, this is a special one that I ordered from Crazy Bricks as part of the Dino Dudes, and I was like, a Rex pool. Oh, that would be so awesome. I think I can't remember if I ordered one or two. They were kind of expensive, but I mean, if nothing else, I might still
do you got one of
take
those
a picture.
Deadpools? Do you have a normal Deadpool? Do you have that Wolverine set?
I have it. I don't know where Pool's at. I gotta hunt him down.
You should just like I did to my sig fig, just armor him up with cap.
I gotta build one of you too. I gotta do that at points. And that was the gamer from the one series, right?
I can always give you one when I see you in Chicago.
I'll probably have one before that.
You still have
I'll probably build one because I think, like I said, that's what I was going to look for. I was like, I got all these Batman movie sets. I mean, I can find I just got to find a small with a Batman, and I can just open up. And I spaced it out. My storage is getting really cold right now, and so I was working on that. And
the gamer guy,
and that was just kind of the gamer guy probably won't be that hard to find because I was organizing my figs at one point in time. It's just a matter of finding it. But in the end, my storage is getting really cold, so I've been trying to figure out where all the drafts are coming in and stuff.
Man.
And so, of course, it's a metal warehouse, and so it's got like beams. And between the beams, there's like a slight crack, and it was like, oh. And so I had like one of my shims from the shows, and one like a little like felt blanket. I'm like putting the shim and I'm shoving the blanket into that hole. I'm like, I need to get this place a little warmer. It's like, oh my God. Well, I mean, the only heater points to the ceiling so the sprinkler pipes don't freeze. And then I got a small heater, but what's funny is there's a furnace on the ceiling, but it's not hooked up. It's gas, but it's because mine was, I guess, my area was part of a bigger location at one point. It had it up there, but it was kind of just used as like a storage or a small workshop for the guy that will have before me. They never hooked it up. He just says, "Yeah, it's a really." I said, "What's it like in the winter?" He's like, "Oh, it's a cold workshop." I'm like, ah. And so yeah, so it's a little It's a
Yeah,
little nippy in there.
I have some freezer burn. It's so cold out.
Well, I mean, I'll probably go over tomorrow and just see what it's like. But I've been playing with stuff around the door too, and so I put something down tonight, and we'll see if that
I know
helps.
I had some boxes just like on the shelf in the corner of the house, and it, it's that cold up here that when we have these sub-zero temperatures, and they're right up against the wall, the frost can actually like come right in and kind of get on into the box.
Oh, I didn't think about that. But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say nothing else. I mean, you think the boxes would act as like an insulation? Oh, we got.
Yeah, well, the parts are fine, but if you want to keep the box, I don't keep my boxes, so I think one of them was the Joker roller coaster ride or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'll just open that up, no problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, most of my stuff, is in the back, and it's not an outside wall. Well, I do have some stuff on an outside wall, but it's on shelves, and they're actually not. I don't think they're touching the wall. The wall's got like, that insulation that goes up the curved insulation that goes up the wall. I mean, I think it's down near the bottom. I think maybe the plates at the floor, there might be a hairline crack that stuff comes through, and so I'm just kind of putting stuff down. It's like basically I'm trying to cheese curds and squirrel chili. Yeah. What's that all about? But thanks, Jude. In the end, it's one of those things where I like it to be a little bit nicer. I can go up there's like a little bit of a loft, and it's a little bit warmer up there. I'm trying to get the area where I want to work a little bit more manageable so I can actually do stuff. And so that's it's not bad, but I think the temperature was like 47, and at the ceiling it was like 56. And so I need to keep it there. I made sure the heat was still going. So it's kind of gnarly. This is definitely weather. It's kind of,
yeah, this is no joke, brutal cold. I went out today just to make sure my car would keep on. If you can't let it sit for more than 2 days. I don't got nowhere to go. I work from home, so I gotta.
Is it park? It's not in a garage or anything. I think it's just
no. We have all motorcycles in our garage. So nobody. We use the garage, but that's looking good, Larry. Let's take a look here. I'll give you a little big screen.
What are you building there, Larry? What is that?
The two rising suns, and Boba Fett.
And I've got a couple of put a couple of.
And here I thought it was Luke getting dressed up for Halloween or something.
So. I don't know. That's without his. I'm building his gaffy stick right now.
Yeah, you gotta have the gaffy stick, and then I don't know. I think hood down.
You think hood down's better?
Unless you build the tent,
right?
Which would look good. Him coming out of the tent with the hood up.
It kills me. I wanted to have like two different yellow suns, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the only yellows I have the cross instead of the hole.
Oh, so you got to connect it different. That's fine.
Just put it on. So I've got two of the darker yellow.
Yeah.
But
you can still put the other one on there. Just put it on one of the on off to the side, not right in the middle.
Or I could do maybe since the one is setting, we do red.
Yeah. The lower one. Yep. Yeah. You could. I don't know if you
can do some.
If you're gonna do the setting suns, lower tier of blue could be a different color too.
Oh yeah, easy
like
for
a
you
purple.
to say.
Or
You know how much trouble I'm having just trying to find the right. Oh, here's another one.
Well, then don't ask for our help if you're not going to.
There's so little sky blue.
Yeah.
Compared to the other blues. And then I ran across how I've got, let's see, there's, 2 different shades of light blue.
Shoot.
Just kills me. It comes down to color with me way too often.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, let's see, I'll show you something. Well, let me do some prep. I'll show you in a minute.
All right.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Nothing but complaints out of you. Jeez Louise.
I was going to sort some tiles if I had extra time.
How is he doing? Did you guys all see the guys down south probably saw it. Everybody see the YouTube video of the Atlanta Brick Company bought someone's collection? I think the guy said I think he had it insured for like $185,000 or something.
No.
Bought the collection. Yeah. Freaking insane. Yeah. And bought the collection, all the sets, and the Bricklink store. And I was like, oh my God, I saw that. I'm like, wow.
I think there's going to be, post-COVID builders that sell their collections off more.
I hope so. I hope they want to give them away. So
this was crazy in terms of how much this guy had. This guy, obviously he had 3 storage units. One was all sets, which the sets, the amount of sets he had a lot of big ones, but that reminded me of mine. When I was in a 20-foot, that's what mine looked like, going down 20-foot, sets on both sides, and wow. And then, what are you looking at?
So we got a couple of bins on the floor.
Yeah.
Got all that, and it's hard to tell, but there's a boat and a hotel and an animal hospital and like 3 dragons.
You bought that?
And then those drawers right there, that's all pretty much new brick. It's all friend stuff and elves. But so everything right there that you see, except for those gray stackables and the island down there at the end, that was I won't tell you how much.
Oh, you bought? That was a buy? Yeah.
Well, that was, we'll call it a donation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A donation, really?
Yeah, I got that for no charge. But like I said, it's all friends.
Well, you might, if nothing else, too, not to ruin it for you, might want to almost see if there's any girls or anything in that area that just burned down that lost their friends or elves collections. Right? If you got a really good deal on it, might be able to give some to some kids there that just lost all their collection.
That's actually that has occurred to me.
I'm just here to help. I give away a fair amount myself, so I just always here to help, give ideas. Because first thing I was thinking of when that happened is like, man, is there anybody in the group that's in that area that I know that has like a massive collection? The first person I thought of was, because I heard Louisville Superior, I thought of Rick Abreu, who owns Abreu's E-Bricks, the Bricklink store. And he's up there in Superior, but he was farther north. Because when I heard about it, it was before I saw any maps. I was like, I heard about it. I'm like, oh.
Well, doesn't, because Donnie lives up there.
Who?
And a lot of the TwinLUG folks are around there.
Yeah. I think a lot of them I thought were more or less closer to Boulder, but well, you're right. Well, Rigney's live up there, but they're up closer to Boulder, I thought. Where were they at? I think they're on the northern side, I think. You know what? Actually, I actually haven't talked to her either. So I know they're up in that area. I thought they were Boulder, but they might be up in that area too somewhere. So you're right. I haven't been in touch with TwinLUG people. Kuso moved to he finally moved to Buffalo, so he's no longer in the area. And I knew where he was at. He was far north, Thornton, Northland up there. I mean, the one father son, I know they were up in Boulder. So I mean, in the end, I mean, I don't know where everybody's at, but I mean, I didn't know where, some of the current. I mean, because DENLUG's growing like hand over fist, and I don't know where everybody's at for the most part.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like they've taken over band. All the new people are taking over band. I don't.
Well, you know what? Your band. I mean, I think the last time I looked through all the messages, I think I had 900 plus.
Oh yeah.
And so, but I mean, where you guys will have 900, WISLUG will have 3 or 4. I mean, nobody's talking here. But then again, are you guys in like major lockdown there still? Because we're all like back to normal here.
No, we're not. I mean, we had a few in-person meetings, but then they decided to go back to virtual.
Yeah, so like we've had meetings, and I mean we've had shows, and so I mean we're like, in the end, I mean it's just nobody's. I mean the only time it blows up is if people by finding bricks and pieces stuff or deals. I mean, or like that article about that collection. I mean, nothing really is really. There's not a lot of talking, so in the end, it's like it's not like you guys where it's just absolutely exploding all the time. And I'm like, wow, it's like, wow, I didn't realize there was that much to talk about these days. But okay, and so yeah, I mean, it's just yours is just constantly. I mean, so I can't even keep up, and so I mean, I try to look at it every once in a while, and I'll look at it if I think there's something good. That's why if my responses look like, holy hell, we talked about that a week ago. Why is he mentioning that now? It might be because I waited until there was, a couple hundred messages to look at, or 700 or 800, whatever it was. I mean, but yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I reached out to him and he says, yeah, we're good. We're, farther north, which, I figured was probably the case, but I didn't know. Once I saw the map, I pretty much knew, but because then I could see exactly where he probably was, but yeah, I that's one of those things that just that's crazy. I saw that and I'm like, wow, that is insane. So Kenville said he'd sell his store for the right price. I mean, the people to talk to are the guys. You guys talked to Atlanta Brick Company if you're down in that neck of the woods. I mean, they were the ones that they drove down. This guy was in Florida, I guess, or somewhere, and drove down there. He had 3 units. I think the bigger unit had the sets, and he had shelves, plastic ones, kind of like what I had at my place and stuff. And so he had just had sets. I mean, he had, I think the description said he had supposedly almost every set over the last 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he had the Hobbit and stuff, but he didn't have like Tower of Orthanc. He had the Speed Champions, but then he stopped. So he had some of the early ones. He looked like he had a little bit of Chima. I mean, it didn't look like he had a lot. But like he said, some themes that just City. He had a bunch of City, but I couldn't tell what he had. I mean, and like you said, the guy at Atlanta Brick Company showed the later part of the video, showed him back at the store, and he says, "Yeah, we already had sold some of the stuff as we were, unboxing it stuff. They sold it. They had sold one of the mystery machines, and he says, yeah, this probably won't last, much longer after this. And but yeah, so he had that. So they had, there was just a lot of stuff. So he had one of those that had sets. The other one was like all parts. He had like a bin of like the one bin he showed. He says, yeah, that's every CMF. That's every CMF set. So there's a set of every CMFs in that tub, and then there's other things here and figs and this and that, and it was just like. And then he had one small storage of just display stuff, like when the Toys R Us's went under in Florida. He had all the display cases that had the stuff in them. So he had like 30 of those. He had some bins or something that were special because I guess he must have ran a nonprofit show down there at one point. like a Lego convention. It was a nonprofit type thing at one point. And so, yeah, it was some really seas. But I mean, all the guys are going to Brick Fair, Alabama are going to be in there snagging up that stuff if there's whatever's kind of down there when they go down there for that one, because that's coming up. If that's near where that show's at, I mean, yeah, it'll, you got all those AFOLs going down there. That a lot of that good stuff will just disappear. So you won't have to worry about it being around for very long. So, but yeah, I mean, I saw that. I'm like, wow, okay. And because somebody posted about it, I'm like, yeah, I was like, yeah, it might even been DENLUG. I don't know. I don't remember where it was posted. I saw it somewhere, and I was like, yeah, I moved. When I moved, I mean, the sets kind of remind me a little bit. I don't have as many of the big sets, but I mean, and I've sold some of my stuff, but I'm still sitting on well over 1,000 sealed sets easily. I mean, it's, lots of poly bags. So, but yeah, it was pretty wild. In the end, I mean, you just got to find someone who's looking to do it. So you just never know who's looking to buy stuff like that. You just got to talk to people and stuff. And, sounds like probably they had to finance to get that one because of how much the guy wanted for it. So, but, yeah, mine's insured pretty heavily too, so which you almost have to this day. If you've got it somewhere, you gotta insure it. Especially if it's in a storage. I mean, those were climate controlled, so that was probably something where I mean, you probably don't go in there very much. You don't access it, unless you're not being watched. Because I heard the horror stories in Colorado where someone had boatloads of stuff stolen out of their storage. And
yeah, I'd have a hard time having something like you have, Reed. I mean, it's just having it off-site.
I feel better now that it's kind of like a commercial one than just a standard, run-of-the-mill storage type thing.
Franchise.
Yeah. So and one of the neighbors knows what I got because he's got a few things next door too. So nothing like what I got. Because he actually saw me moving in and he saw the Lego bags and he's like, "Oh, Lego," and I go, "Well, these are Lego bags, but these contain clothes and stuff. But I do have Lego in here." And I showed him, and he just his jaw dropped. He's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Some of us have a problem." Just a small one. But yeah, I mean, no one really knows. I mean, there's only one person in the lug that knows where it is. And I took him there just kind of as a motivation to kind of help the building, which he still isn't doing much right now. I think he's kind of pulling out of a lot of the shows this year, but I mean, it's got another business name above it too. So it's not like it's not even like unlisted. It's got a different name that's not even mine. So, but yeah, I mean, in the end, it's one of those things and it's got a standard door. It's not like an overhead where you could crank it open and just have 10 guys just pulling stuff out. You still would have to get it all out through the doors and everything else. It wouldn't be a fun task of trying to and steal my stuff. So, and if you did it when the neighbors around, you'd have cops on you. So in the end, it's just, I prefer to be in a house, but unfortunately, I mean, Reed pissed away all his money on Lego and doesn't have much in savings, and so I don't have a house. And haven't found a woman that's got a house that's willing to give me a basement or something, so give me the basement, say, "You can have the basement." I says, "Well, okay. You might regret that, but okay." So I don't know. I missed because in the end, I mean, my mom comes down and she's like, "This is a freaking disaster." I'm like, "Mom, 100 square feet here. 100. I have 600 square feet of my storage. I mean, and when I lived in my 700 square foot house in my apartment, I had stuff at the fingertips. I turn around and I got bins of Lego and I just grab what I want. I mean, here I can't. I got to bring what I want home. And so in the end, it's like it gets cleaned up every once in a while. If we would have had my brother down for the holidays, it all would have been in storage. And my nephews, for streaming, the streams would have been pretty depressing because I wouldn't have had much stuff with me because it would have all been in storage. So, and that's kind of the thing is it's I mean, I might get internet out there, but I need to fix this draft issue because next winter, if I were to have internet out there, I would not be able to survive as how cold it is out there. Because I'd be like this the whole stream, just shivering, going, it's freaking cold in here, you know. I mean, with the heater next to me, it'd still be cold. So, but we'll see. That's the ultimate goal, but I don't know. I don't think my mom is gonna be all fired up about me not spending even more time out there. But I don't know. Kind of glad all this Nexo Night stuff brought us all these little pyramid tiles. I need to get me some more of those at some point. But actually, it should have been. That's why the public address is the UPS store. Yeah, I mean, in the end, I mean, I don't ship anything out there. Luckily, I have a PO box that pretty much everything goes through too. So, in the end, I mean, that's the people to talk to are the guys that own those secondary stores. You know, those are the ones that be the ones that would buy something like that. Maybe the ones going, and that's why if you ever, go to those conventions and stuff, is just talk to the vendors. I mean, one of the vendors that I see a lot ran into like a celebrity. One of the guys that's from the Marvel movie franchise treated him like a human being, and when the guy had to go to Europe to shoot a movie or something, he didn't want to leave his stuff, wherever, and he asked the guy if he wanted to buy it all, and sure as shit bought like a 30-foot container. And
wow,
I mean, this guy had lots of sealed stuff. I mean, anything that's going to use like diesel fuel or anything like that, I need to vent it. I mean, which means that the door's got to be open in my storage, and then that it defeats a lot of the purpose. So, but yeah, so he had lots of stuff. He had some of the stuff at Brickworld Milwaukee. He had some like, he had Santa Fe. He had like the Santa Fe cars sealed. I mean, the guy had a Santa Fe engine that was open, but the guy only dealt with sealed stuff. So the guy would have to sell a different way. But yeah, he had all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, I saw some of that stuff and I was like, wow. I was like, this guy, I mean, kind of like me if I'd have been buying, more of the bigger sets. I mean, I bought lots of poly bags. I didn't buy a lot of the big sets back then because they all took up space. I have a Death Star, which is still sitting in storage. But in the end, I mean, you got to have space for everything. And so the bigger sets took up just tons of stuff. Oh, there's Hosier. Hosier's there.
Hey.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, dude, sorry, I just got the chat. I wasn't. I was on the other side of the room looking for parts, but no, I don't. I haven't run across any. Moto actually did. We did our sort night at Bricks and Minifigs. He actually got a couple of techniques.
So is that your whole section, Hoosier?
Yeah.
Looks good.
So you guys do like a big square, and so someone else will be off of each side of you then, take I guess, right?
Yeah.
Looking good, man. That's awesome.
Oh, so you have like an L, it looks like, huh?
Look at all that ballast.
Wow.
It's a work in progress.
What a small setup. Dang, dude. I thought it was going to be big.
That's huge.
It's about double the size of the old Hope Castle. I know. Or maybe triple. How deep is it? Six base plates, or is it deeper than 6? Is it
6
8?
deep, 31 long.
Jeez. Louise.
What? How wide?
6 deep, 31 long.
Yeah. So yeah, about just a little more than probably 2 1/4 times the size of what the Hope Castle used to be. Mine was 6 by 14. So I just want to watch him put. How many figs are going out? How many figs you got to put on your set?
That's what I'm working on now.
Well, you don't have to put them out now. I mean, you can put them out then.
No, I got it open up for the public here tomorrow.
Oh
wow.
Oh, I got to put them out now.
How many figs do you usually put out generally? Do you have a ballpark figure?
I don't know, probably 100 or so.
Oh. Well, you don't have like 1,000 ice bears you got to put out there, dude. Come on.
It's not a war battlefield.
No, don't problem with mine. Jackson plays with my minifigures, so they're all tore apart.
So what?
They're all tore apart.
Oh.
So it's guess what part goes to what fig.
Hey, what kind of store is that back there? That white store? What is that?
It's Piggly Wiggly.
A Piggly Wiggly. That doesn't look like a Piggly Wiggly.
My decals ain't going to be here in time.
Is that what the pigs look like down in your neck of the woods?
Got decals for that building coming. Got decals for that train coming.
Hey, look, there's a big boy sitting there in the yard. Look at that.
I got to figure this out tonight, too.
Oh, the S brick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you download the app yet?
Yeah.
You just got to go into your settings and you got to sync the S brick. So you got to make sure it's on, and then you sync it. And then you have to if you haven't set, you have to set up whatever kind of, you have to pick a train because you probably won't have something for that. You got to pick the train that you want to use. Like I have a passenger train, Hogwarts Express. You just got to pick how many motors are in there. How many motors you got in the big boy? Is it one or is there a couple? Two? So you just got to pick one that's got like a double motor type thing. So, yeah. Yeah, you'll have fun. It's not that bad. I mean, if nothing else, you can just call me. I can walk you through it. I'll open mine up. I'll go grab my S brick. I have it upstairs, and that way I can kind of be doing it with you, and that way it's not I'm doing exactly what you're doing type thing. So, see, you talk to the other person. What is that? Super Sylvester.
Super Sylvester.
That's a good one.
I don't know how super he is, but okay.
Gotta have the funny stuff on there.
And then I got a Rex Bugatti back there. I don't know how deep it is. It's on a tow truck. I don't know why, but Erica put Bob Ross in a tree.
He's painting in the tree. He's trying to get he's trying to figure out what he wants to paint. He's getting a good look to see. Looks good. I mean, that looks good. I mean, is the light greens just supposed to be, it's just grass, or that's just grass, right? Just lighter grass.
Just grass. Try to break up the colors so it all don't run together.
Looks good though. Well, who's behind you then? Is that Haley behind you?
Yeah, so Chris to start here.
Oh, okay.
Like None of this is going to Alabama. I just had to put it here so I can run a train tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So that's not going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris will start here, and then I think he's 19 base plates that way.
Wow. Okay. So it's truly a huge square, is what you're saying.
Yeah. And then Haley's the same length as me.
Okay.
Going that way.
And then who's on the other end?
Haley's got a little bit, and then we left it open for some of the lug members or anybody else.
Oh, okay. And they'll just bring whatever to just kind of fit in or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks pretty good. And if you haven't heard, I'll actually be at a show next weekend too.
Really?
Yeah. They invited me down to Lake Geneva, so I'll be taking the castle down there. The lodging price is the lodging price was the right price, so.
Staying in a lodge,
Huh?
Just staying in a lodge, huh?
Yeah, so I'll be just taking the cat. It'll be just me, because I mean, obviously it was last minute. I had to ask the boss if I could have next Friday off. So he says, and he was kind of like, "Oh, let me check," and then he forgot about it. He's like, "Yeah, you should be able to have it off." I'm like, "Oh." And then, contrary to what Kevin will not be happy about, I'll probably use the rest of that week for Nebraska Brick Days in April, same weekend as Brickworld Milwaukee, and go to that one because that early one is their convention one, and I'd rather go to that one than the one later in the year. So not going to make a lot of people happy with that, but that's my decision. I was just at Milwaukee, so. But we'll see. Nebraska Brick Days would be nice. It's in the middle of the country. Castle really has never stopped there, so it'd be kind of cool. So
I figured I'd pop in.
Yeah, looks good.
See how y'all was doing.
Do you have a loop at the other end then, too, on the other side of the yard, or not?
Yeah, so the outer loop will go around everybody.
Oh, okay. So that end is just is the end? Oh, okay. One loop goes around everybody. Okay.
Yeah, and then this one around
goes around the train yard.
and then loops back around. And then it'll loop on Chris's side as well.
You guys will definitely have a lot of big space on the inside for partying. That's for sure. Lots of private parties on the inside of that loop.
Gonna be fun for sure.
One of these years I'll have to figure out how to put the castle, as part of that loop somehow. If I don't know, it'll be tough to battle Bricksmith because his castle's so big now. So I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking a pretty good one.
Huh?
I said it looks like he's taking a pretty good size one this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it just didn't work this year for Alabama. Maybe one of these other years I'll get down there. So long as Colorado never gets a big convention, we're okay. We'll be fine. If they get a big one, I'm in trouble then. So that looks good, man.
I like it.
For stopping in and showing it off, man.
I appreciate it.
And one of these guys will be hosting next week, and so we'll both have to hop in from remote locations. So
yeah, definitely check in from Bama. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't know if we'll still be at the hall Friday night when y'all kick off or not.
Oh, okay.
We'll definitely be at the hotel, hanging out in the lobby.
Yeah.
I don't think there's as many of us at that hotel, so Might not be as wild and crazy as the last time.
Oh, it might not be as crazy as it was last time. That's a good thing.
Last time we was a little loud and rambunctious. So.
Yeah, we had to mute them a few times. They were a little too rowdy for us.
It happens at shows, man.
Huh?
I said it happens at shows.
Oh yeah, trust me. Those who's been to Brickworld, we know. I haven't streamed from a Brickworld really yet. I've done streams, but I haven't done like the Friday. I mean, I did in lieu of it, we did the Munchkin game the one year, whatever 19 or whatever. So, but yeah, I look forward to it this year with all these other guys. Hopefully, it'll work.
I'm gonna go out and get finished up. I'm gonna go back up to the damn plow truck.
Okay. Are you guys getting more snow down there?
No, it's pretty much done, but they threw something on us late tonight. There's a funeral, and our graveyard's on top of a great big old hill.
Okay.
So they were supposed to do it Tuesday, but they changed it to tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to make sure it gets cleared off.
Okay.
And it never ends.
That's true.
You'll
have a good night, sir.
see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Cajun Yeti, welcome. Hey, Cliff. Who's just showing off his layout?
So,
Ooh.
Jesse.
Nice, yeah.
I like that a lot better.
Yeah.
So that's one of those little rubbery tooths through the. Hold on, do I have another one? Where'd they go? Oh, I don't have one. Hold on.
Right.
So I had it sticking out of the end of it, and I'm like, no, that's way too long, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to have that knob on there like he carves out in the show.
Yeah. So if you put it through the underside of it, get a nice little dinky one. So then I think I'll call that done.
Nice. Is that for a challenge or just for fun?
That was just for fun.
Sweet.
What? For fun?
Yeah.
You build just for
fun?
Fun
On Friday nights. That's what we do here, right?
Well, yeah, I guess.
You get inspired by a show and you just, dig out some pieces and see what happens.
Yeah, I missed the second batch of Tinkle stuff I go on sale Thursday night. There was a Badger game and everything else. He was selling one of the Toy Fair things. I don't know how high that went, but so, Jeff's doing it, and so watched it on Tuesday, but I missed Thursday, and I kind of wanted to see some.
Troy here, Troy.
What?
Tuscan vibes.
Yeah, well, you guys have fun down there, Cajun. Yeah, it should be fun. The show I'll be at won't be as big as that one. Definitely a last minute type thing, but I think they must have been looking to add more people, and Guess that's why it's good to talk to people in other lugs. You know, you just never know who's gonna call you and say, "Hey, what do you got going on?" I have a lug meeting this weekend, but I haven't built for a challenge in a long time.
We're having a swap meet for our lug.
Really?
Bring stuff to trade or sell. Yeah,
That's fun.
Yeah.
Just an internal one. They might put it on Facebook or something. Get a couple people stopping in. That's not till whatever the third Sunday is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, that third Sunday. Yeah, ours is the second. The third one, I think, is when they're doing that sort, which is actually, isn't it? This is the second Sunday this week, right? Yeah, this is the second. Third one's next week. So yeah, week of every all the shows and everything else is going on. So
Troy, we should talk Boba Fett with Troy, man. He's got a throne room for Boba Fett. Pretty styled out.
It was pretty cool, Troy. One of the gals in DENLUG posted your video on Band, so I saw it first there through my lug.
Actually, well yep. He's saying you and Mel and him need to get together and get on. Make sure you guys are all still on the same page.
Get on track.
Make sure you guys are still on target.
I'm gonna be taking some tracks there, that's for sure.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
I gotta work on just travel basically. But yeah, we should talk about how it's gonna fit together, side streets and stuff. Because I think, I'll see what I can fit in luggage, but I might just bring the one street in front and one street in between my buildings, but no streets on the side of my buildings. That's just an extra mills plate, or two, but we'll talk. What's up, Mike?
Howdy. How are y'all doing tonight?
I'm good. Surviving.
Chilling. Building.
I think it could get a little colder outside. What do you think?
I think some people are crazy enough that.
How cold are you guys got it up there? I think we were at I don't know what it is now, 9 degrees, or that's what it was earlier.
We're
7.
We're positive 4 right now.
It was negative 18 this morning.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you beat me, Jesse.
Yeah.
We got cold, but
hold my beer.
We're actually up to a balmy 44 degrees now.
No. You don't get it, Larry. It was negative 19 with a 15-mile-an-hour wind. So it was like negative 30 something with the wind chill.
Yeah, that was without the wind chill.
Yeah, the wind chill yesterday was worse, I think.
It's warmed up to 8 degrees tonight.
We got 7 here.
I went out.
Ooh, we're getting snow. We got snow starting at in 34 minutes here. Oh, dang it. They're showing up again in pairs. Oh, Jeff's got 34 degrees where he's at. It's nice. I know my brother where he's at is probably, it's got to be like minus 20 degrees or something up there with the wind. It's probably minus 40 or something. Up in Fargo, it sounds like it's pretty bad up there. Pretty gnarly.
It's almost warm enough to wear shorts.
I saw somebody down on campus today actually doing that, wearing shorts. I was like, man, you people are
Thanks, Troy.
Crazy.
Nothing beats Minnesota.
Fargo, North Dakota does, unfortunately.
You have to be in Canada, basically. I don't think.
Yeah, Canada beats Minnesota.
I don't think any other U.S. state gets as cold as us, though. I mean, Alaska, I don't know what it's like, but it might be different where they're situated. But
your brothers in Fargo or in North Dakota, they're right next to you guys. They're not just cold too.
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night for myself.
What?
But yeah.
No, you can't leave.
I gotta blaze. I got some sickos to take care of tonight.
Well, you better make sure you make them some good stuff then, or you're going to be in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Make them some nice chicken noodle soup.
Oh, I had to go fly out to get some of that a couple days ago.
All right. Well,
later.
Stay positive, but not the wrong kind of positive.
Don't stay COVID positive. I have to have so my appointment to go get tested is in 4 days. I'm like, I will have had it and gone by then.
Yeah,
I
don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah,
but
so did you?
I think I'm immune.
Do you have both your shots? Do you have a booster yet or not?
So my wife had both shots and a booster, and she got it.
Oh,
my son had both. He got it. I have had both. I feel fine. They've been sick most of the week. I think I'm just asymptomatic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I think even with all that stuff, I think what I read the other day is like, the goal is just to, with the stuff now, it's just meant to just kind of keep you from getting really sick. I'm like, well, that's
it's gonna be like the flu.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean. My son, he's 16, so he's got a cough, but it's not bothering him. My wife is getting like it's a bad cold.
Yep. That's what I had. I mean, it was just, I mean, that's why when I got tested, I was like, oh, I probably just had the flu. I'm like, no, I had COVID. But I mean, in the end, it was like, I mean, in the end, your goal is, it's like the goal. That's why you get the vaccines and all that. Just so you have less to worry about.
All right, guys. Well, take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later.
I suppose.
You take care of yourself too, Larry.
Later. Well, I forgot to ask him. So I guess, Jesse, you're hosting next week.
Yeah, I'm pretty much your backup.
That's fine.
I will coax some people to come join me.
Twist some arms,
break some legs,
give away some stuff. Force some.
I'm not much of a giver awayer, but
well, it depends. Are we getting it from Reed first?
Right. I do like the idea of the giving away the little mock of on a 200 episode.
I always have poly bags. If you have to use that as a luring technique, you just say, Reed's got something. I can't guarantee what you get. You might get a friend's poly bag. You might get a monster poly bag. You might get one of these guys and be forced to have a monster to fight an ice bear. Be a sacrificial lamb at the next Brickworld show.
I'll just do this show solo. I don't care.
Oh, you're fine. Someone will show up.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. We
always have people showing up. It's not
if we get 10 people on and 6 people on the panel, that's like a really good night.
If you get 10 people on while I'm gone, I'm gonna cry, but that's okay.
That first time I was definitely going for it. I think we had plenty of people.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, I think it's one of those.
Let's see here. How many lug members could we get on here?
I don't know. They're not really YouTubers, are they?
No, not really.
I could get Rachel in the chat. Sometimes Rachel checks in the chat.
I could see Rachel or maybe Amanda.
So if Rachel's chatting, maybe she would join. I could get Lego Train Club people on, but they're not really,
They're not the YouTube one.
No, they're not really into it.
That's fine. No, I mean, in the end, we send out so many invites, you just never know what we'll get. You got Alabama next week, so you'll get Hoosier at some point. You might get, whatever. You might get some other people. Who knows? So yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll have. Let's see. Okay, so
You'll
I'll
have
to
me
do
at some point too. So
I'll have to do a thumbnail that says
shows, and shows.
checking
Check
in
us
from Bam.
out. We got shows.
Bama hype, Alabama hype show.
Yep.
That'll be another. I mean, sometimes it's good when they check in from the floor, but if they're at the show,
well,
like
I'll be
Hoosier
checking
just
in
did,
from where
he's in
I'll be
for
checking.
5 minutes and then he's gone, kind of thing. So
I'll check in from the floor where I'm at. So you'll get to see.
all right.
Because otherwise, there's won't be anything exciting to see at all. Otherwise.
Well, we'll have to get a castle report,
Yep. Castle report. Ready to take on any crazy wizards that are crazy enough to stumble upon this place. Yeah, we've's ready. So, yeah, that's why I figured I'd build Jethro's thing. So, because I got this big bag of monster guys here these are my resident bad guys. So, technically, Chop's got a bunch of these guys too. So these are the resident bad guys, the monsters. So I'm building Jethro's thing. I grabbed some other sets too. So we'll see. And then I need to tile some of my upper level. But I think my last order was a bricks and minifigs, and I don't think it'll get here in time for that. So I might have to hunt down my blue tiles and my other ones.
So, Reed, I have a non-Lego question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you were on the Realm?
I was on this last week, I think, a little bit. Why?
It's not working.
It's not working?
When I log in, I don't get the Realm. There's nothing there.
That might not be the case, because if it's truly what they said, you didn't pay, and I've been getting money taken out automatically, I'm on a freaking scream. Microsoft will never hear the end of it.
Well, I can tell you that unless something happened weird on my end, which I've checked for updates and everything else, I'm in a game. I am logged into your game, but there's nothing here.
It's a new year. Somebody hit the reset button.
That will be bad. I'll be calling Microsoft on the phone and be like, guys.
Because you just joined. Are you down in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spawn point.
You're shitting me.
Nope. Come to me, and I'll show you my little house that I built. But other than that, there's nothing here.
I'll die now.
Well, you'll end up right back in the cave. There's no way out of there without being able to jump.
Okay, well then I need to call him real quick here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do something here. I have to file a complaint real quick here. My realm. I was just in here. I was just in at one point. Let's see here. That's expired. That's a copy. Spooky Mansion. That was August. Holy hell! I don't want to pull that one up.
Please, God, you have one more recently than August.
Oak Castle copy survival. What is that one? Let's see what this one is. Well, I mean, just like anything else. I mean, these other ones might not exist either. Maybe something happened. I mean, but I'll look and see here. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to ask for a credit for the whole last year. It says, oh yeah, you need to credit me back the whole realm fee of everything. Watch him go, what? I says, yeah. Since when I started the realm, I want it all back. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. No, it might not be. I might not have saved it. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, it's my main realm. That's the one with the castle. That's the old one. Spooky Mansion. Yeah, the only one No. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see here.
We're hitting 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'll stick around till then, and you guys can.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll end it at 3.
Or whenever you want, because it sounds like you got some serious realm issues.
It's fine. We can end it. We'll end it at 3. We'll end it at 3.
Well, I mean, it's not really a serious issue. It's more just an irritation. But
I gotta figure out who I get to complain to. Actually, you know what? I even have a better idea. I am going to out to somebody.
I just thought I would let you know before it got way out of hand.
Well, before everybody logs in. Let's see. I'm going to reach out to somebody here. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see here. Where is
Let's
it?
turn the electric blanket on. Get that going.
Your window's pretty drafty at your place, Jesse?
Yeah, well, I have a big window right above, on the side of my bed, really. It's a split level house, so I got a split level window right there. And I have it covered with the wrap. So the bed can get a little chilly if I don't give it a little warm. Get it warmed up.
Well, we have apartment windows here, and I swear to God, they leak like a river.
Oh, yeah.
And my management charges, it's electric heat, so management passes that on to us, and it's like, why are we paying like $200 to heat our house in the winter? And they're like, well, that's your electric bill. And I'm like, yeah, we don't use that much power, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong, we use power, but we're not using like $200 worth.
Yeah. It's just, do what you can these days. So you're headed off to a convention this weekend too, or? Me, no. I got to do the museum, and Twin Cities have mandated a mask rule again. So we have to change the signage and see who shows up.
Yeah, in the end, I don't think the masks are just going to I don't think they're going to disappear till we're totally through this stuff. I mean, we could be wearing these things for some time.
There is no fully through. I don't think it's a new normal. It's going to turn into the flu slowly, where, sickness, the viruses are always out there. So
right. Well, the thing about the masks is if they're going to, I haven't heard that they changed it, but if they are going to change it, that's fine. But if they're going to change it, leave it changed.
Yeah.
You know, leave the masks. You know, either make it where you don't have to wear them or make it where you have to wear them, but don't keep flip flopping it because that's where it sets
So
people off.
I believe it was Thursday night. The city of Minneapolis and St. Paul, our two biggest, hubs, have enforced the mandate again. So for indoor settings, and it's a little different for each city actually. So it's like I wish they could pick and agree, but
Well, I wish if the cities are going to do it, I wish they would just contact the governor and say, "Hey, pass a rule."
pretty much people were wearing, it's only recommended, not required over the holidays, and people like 90% people were wearing masks anyway. So it's like,
Well, I wear a mask all the time, but that's just because I'm special.
I had one guy try to be a Joker. He came in a Batman mask over his eyes, and he was hoping somebody would say, "Hey, you need to wear a mask."
But technically, since it wasn't mandated at that point, nobody said it.
No, but he was wearing a mask over his eyes,
Right.
so he thought he was funny.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying because it wasn't mandated at that point, nobody told him nothing.
No, I didn't. Yep, I just was like,
And-
"Hey, have you been here before? All right, welcome to the museum."
And of course, after it irritated him a little bit, but whatever.
Yeah, I looked at him, but I didn't say it. I was gonna ask him if he was a really big fan of Batman or what was the deal, but so this week now I will I try not to confront, but the language will change the signage. Usually people see the signs and do the right thing.
Yeah, especially in places that are like supposed to be fun, like the museum and stuff.
Yeah, it's a museum. We're all volunteers. Half the staff is retired and vulnerable or toddlers, that can't even get vaxxed. So it's a little sketchy.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening in surrounding states, but that just happened for us, Reed, Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I mean, we've had it. I mean, we've been wearing it in the we've been wearing them in the county I'm in for forever as long as
Yeah, it's been like 2 years. It'll be 2 years in March or whatever.
So in the end, it's just crazy. So I mean, while we had it off for what was it earlier this summer, they dropped it. And I got my mask on right now. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So in the end, it's one of those things where I'm so used to it. I'll wear it out of the county, other store. I just wear it. I mean, if people, I mean, in the end, I caught it. I mean, obviously, and I was wearing a mask. The only place I took my mask down is I took my mom to one of the clinics to have her hip or knee, and they're like, "Oh, we need you to put on one of these medical grade masks." I'm like, "Okay." The disposal ones. So I dropped my mask in the clinic and put theirs on. I bet I caught it right there. I didn't do anything else. I went and got my tires, and I had my mask on the whole time. I was at the tire place getting my tires. I walked about 6 or 7 blocks in the cold. So unless I walked through a cloud of COVID, I didn't do anything. I mean, in the end, I didn't do anything. And all those times I had the mask on. I dropped it a little bit because the mask was it was one of those last cold spells. It was getting kind of frozen. So I dropped it. That was a mistake, but I put it back up. So in the end, the only place I dropped it was at the clinic. And I'm like, you know what? I bet I caught it there. So
probably did.
So next clinic I walk into, I'm going to say, yep, I'll take your mask. I'm going to walk outside and put it on. I ain't going to put it on here because I caught COVID the last time and I don't want any of these new variants. And watch her go, what do you mean you caught it? I was like, didn't do anything else. This is the only place I dropped my guard and must have caught it, So
I think I don't know.
So in the end, it's one of those things where it is what it is. I mean, obviously, I think you're right. It'll switch from a pandemic to an epidemic. So it's just, they're gonna switch.
Well, no, it'll turn into just epidemic.
Standard flu again.
Epidemic is just as bad. It's just more hot spots, I guess.
That's what was the Spanish flu. We got to 80%, containment, and then they said, okay, we're good enough, and the flu just stayed around for the next 100 years, and now we're at the next level of the next big flu, and so in the end, I mean, it's. And so you're right. I mean, in the end, as long as you don't mind getting sick, the problem is the people who don't want to get the vaccine and stuff. You go, you know what? You're right. You don't have to get you. We're not going to make you do anything. But if you end up on your deathbed, we don't want to hear you saying, "Well, wait, I want it now." I'm like, well, it's too late. I mean, the goal is to keep you from getting super sick. It's not there so that it's a remedy, like an antibiotic. Once you're sick, you take it. Once you get a swollen thumb, you take an antibiotic to take the swelling down. It's like, this is to do it preventively, so you don't have to, because there's nothing to do once you get it.
Speaking of swollen thumbs,
swollen, it's going down now. It's just
you're getting better.
Yeah, actually, it's just, I mean, it's almost like new. I mean, it's just basically, I gotta get on the camera. It's just got a little bit of like it where the skin is healing. I mean, I had a week of antibiotics and it's been healing for a couple weeks. I picked up these sport Band-Aids. It's a little bit thicker, and I wore the Band-Aids for like a couple days. That way it protects it a little bit. I mean, I can use my thumb now. It's hard to write a little bit occasionally because sometimes it hits right on the soft spot. So in the end, that's a little bit. But other than that, I mean, it's back. It's just a couple weeks of which is good because I have a show next week. I can use my thumb again, so which is a good thing. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. Right? It's one of those things. We're living with it. It sucks to have to wear a mask. I mean, hopefully we can get to this point before summer hits again. I have to wear them again. So, all summer long. That's kind of the thing. Is in the winter, I don't mind because it gives you that protection over your face. So I got my hat. I got my Badger hat on. So I'm warm up here. And then it just protects my face and my nose. So, I mean, you're not going to get frostbite on your nose and stuff. but in the end, I mean, that's why.
Yeah. I know I put mine on before I got out of the car because I'm like, it's cold out there.
So in the end, I mean, it's for the people in northern states, it's not bad because, I mean, it's cold. I mean, you're not going to notice it on your mouth and your nose, especially when you're outside in the cold. I mean, it's like wearing a half scarf, otherwise you have a whole scarf going around your head.
I should go find my scarf. It's going to be scarf weather tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where I haven't had one in forever, but yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, next week, do you want to?
Tomorrow's a warm day.
Yeah, I think it's gonna warm a little bit. Do you want to just set it all up in StreamYard then and everything? You're gonna just
I can handle it as long as you're. Yeah,
just set up wherever you want. I mean, I usually just, like I said, I copy the description from one week to the next, and I alter what we're building, what we're doing, where we're at, whatever.
Well, now that I got the, instead of doing it from my channel,
you can just do
which I could also do, I should be able to create one from the team that you started.
Yeah, from the team. You just go to the team. And like I said, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, actually, if you're doing it from the team, I wondered, it might link you to your YouTube too. I mean, because it links me to, I have the Twitch and the Friday Night Bricks YouTube, and then it has my YouTube.
Well, I can do.
But it'll probably have your YouTube, and then whatever.
I can do from my channel to Friday Night Bricks,
or
to Hope Castle.
Yeah. So you can do both Friday Night Bricks, the Twitch and the YouTube, or do you not have that? Or is that
I don't do Twitch.
Oh, okay.
And it looks pretty useless here. We never see any comments.
We don't. I mean, I'm just trying to get it out there. Actually, what's funny is Hinkle kind of laughed. I'd almost want to go to Twitch. Hinkle said he's made 300 on Twitch, and all the time he's been on YouTube, he hasn't made anything. I was like, wow, I don't know how long he's been doing stuff on Twitch, but it makes me kind of laugh. It's like, but I don't know how long of that is to make the money, but but I figured I'd try it. I mean, I sometimes do the Facebook, but I mean, that one is almost like the Twitch, but Facebook is just because I think I have a lot of followers hoping it'll grab. But I mean, I think after we hit a Brickworld, Chicago, I think our viewership will probably increase. So with the pandemic and stuff, we haven't been to any big shows. I mean, I've been to Milwaukee and a couple Green Bay shows, but nothing where, you've got lots of people that are coming through. Because if we're at Chicago, if you're there and I'm there, and if somehow Larry shows up, we're all there. We can, I'll make sure we have gear to wear and stuff, and we can talk about it, and people can see it, and I'll flyers and all that stuff. So I think that's where some of the people I've seen have gotten the biggest kick is after Chicago, like Nick from Brickhead Family. I think he got his biggest kick right after Chicago show.
New like people way outside the inner circle.
Yeah, just where people just kind of, you just get more people because people realize, because like I said, we've been doing it for 4 years, almost 4 years. But the first year, which was right pre-pandemic, I didn't really stream the show from Chicago, and I didn't have much stuff, and I didn't use the booth and stuff, which really wouldn't have mattered anyways because I didn't stream during the weekend and people would have seen. I streamed on the Friday night, which, but we'll see. Well, we'll go ahead and end it to this week, guys. So next week, 193, Jesse will host. I will be in Lake Geneva here in Wisconsin for a small little brick festival down there with the KLUG guys from Kenosha Lug, and then we'll get hopefully we'll get some pop-ins from the guys down at Brick Fair, Alabama. So I mean, you're right. I mean, by the time we start at 7, it's 8 o'clock there. You're right. I don't know if we'll see them on the floor.
Yeah, sometimes it's not. Yeah, it's not the best time.
If not, we'll try and see if maybe I'll have to try and see if I can get somebody to pop in, just on maybe make a impromptu one on Saturday or something. Okay, guys. Well, have a great night. We'll see everybody next week, and everybody keep waiting for episode 200. We'll be giving some stuff away as we approach that, and the people are starting to get the stuff that the 2 things we gave away from the New Year's. So everybody have a great night. We'll see everybody next week.
Have a good night, y'all.